Oh, you are live. That was fast.
I didn't even
Holy
pull it up on
crap.
my phone yet.
Hello. Hello.
Hello? Amy? Hello? Are you there?
Yeah. StreamYard just sometimes it takes a while after I hit the button for it to decide that it wants to show us to everybody, but it was like on the ball today.
There we go.
I don't know. I see the counter, so I think you guys can see us. Can you guys see us?
Too. Hello.
Oh, I just never know. Never
Hello,
know what the bleep bloops are gonna do. Yes,
No,
I
you
see
don't.
us. Okay. I'm gonna refresh my chat and hello everyone. Welcome,
Hello, guys.
Hello. I'm gonna turn my volume down as well because it seems to be a little skid rowish. All right. We turn that down. Okay, welcome in. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. Not our normal night.
No.
Again. Jason, are you ready for Extrav this weekend?
I have one more. Well, we have 2 more days. Well, tomorrow we're still closed, so I'll be up there all day preparing things. And then we have some loose ends on Wednesday, but I'm feeling like I'm ready. So, yeah, I'll answer yes, Amy. I feel like I'm ready.
Okay.
I think I am.
Well,
I'll tell you no,
I'm sure it will be a very busy weekend.
I hope so.
I know a lot of people are coming into town for it. I wish I was coming into town for it, but sadly, I'm going to be in Wisconsin, so I can't be in 2 places at once.
I know. One of these years,
teleport myself.
You could if you took a plane. If you took a plane, you could, but then it would be hard to get your stuff home. But then the flight, the price of tickets, maybe some
hard. That would be hard to do. Well, I've been saying for a long time that I just need my own personal plane. Yeah. And I can just air deliver mail to everybody that purchases every week. That would be fun. That would be fun.
Sign me up for that.
Yeah, I don't have a pilot's license. That would be the main problem.
You have a friend that does. I
do. My friend does have an airplane, but they don't own it. They share it with someone else.
Gotcha.
So they kind of share the plane. So I wouldn't be able to borrow it every week. So that would be a little complicated. But one of these days, that would be nice. Airmail. And be able to travel quicker places. That would be great.
I don't like flying. I'm not a good person I'm not good at flying. I'm just not good at it. Not good.
Teleporting would be much easier.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
Yep. And that time machine to go back to Woolworths.
Oh, yeah. Pack it on the DeLorean and head back in time.
Absolutely. Sign me up. I'll be the first one to sign up. Yep. All right. Let's say hello to the friends tonight, and then we will get right into it so that we're not here super late tonight. I know we were here a couple minutes afterwards than we started, but we did have to move from Thursday this week, so that's why you guys are seeing us here on a Monday. We had to switch our schedule around for Extrav in Adamstown and for myself traveling to Wisconsin. So, but next week we will be back on Thursday. A regularly scheduled program. Yes. All right. First in the chat tonight is William with a bunch of Pixie heads in the chat. I know.
Really?
Trust us, we can't wait for Christmas either. We can't wait for it to be here.
I know. Well, it's still Valentine's Day here in my house. Honestly, it's still Valentine's Day.
Leave it up. You could just leave it up for Valentine's.
Tucker Ranch.
Janine is here in the chat.
Hello,
hey, Janine. Good to see you. Cheese curds, Janine. I'm counting down the days. Cheese curds. I can't wait. Terry V is with us tonight. Hey, Terry.
Hello,
Good to
Terry.
see you. Kim is with us. Kim's going to be helping out in the chat tonight. Thanks so much, Kim. Let's see. Scroll. Mama Pam is here.
Hello, Mama Pam.
Oh, both of our moms are right here.
Hello, Mom. Yes.
That doesn't happen very often that they're right there at the same. Usually I have to look for one and not the other. Good to see you both tonight. And Minx is here. Hey, Minx.
Hello, Minx.
Good to see you. Karen's here. Hey, Karen.
Hello, Karen.
Karen's going to be doing our bid ending tonight. Thank you in advance, Karen.
And chill it. Karen, chill it.
No, we're not doing that again.
No, yeah. It's the one,
I still can't grasp my brain around that one from last week.
I wanted to say something before we went live last week, but we ran out of time. And then your reaction, I actually went back and watched a replay. It was priceless. Because
my jaw dropped to the floor. That's what happened.
The look on your face, you're like, Jason, you're putting me on. And
Well, that's why I thought you were pulling my leg.
I'm not. Gang, make sure you're subscribed to Grady Group of Vintage Recordings, guys. It's a great channel.
I know Gavin is working tonight, so.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's
just
working.
Just lurk, Gavin.
Yeah, so Gavin's gonna be in the Lurkers Lounge, and that's fine. That's totally fine.
Good to see you.
He's here in spirit, that's for sure.
Yes.
Okay. Wings is here. Hey, Wings.
Hello, Wings.
Tonight.
Good to see you, Wings.
All right, I'm gonna keep going. Paula's here. Hey, Paula.
Hello.
Tina, are you guys gonna come to Alcorn this weekend?
Would somebody send me cheese curds? Could somebody send me cheese curds, maybe?
Jason, we've talked about this. They will not survive in the mail. You and Tina just need to come. You need to come one time to Alcorn.
2020.
Ariana, she needs to come to Alcorn too.
2026, maybe. Just maybe we can make it happen.
That would be amazing. You guys have to come at least once, I feel like.
Oh, yes.
But yes, Tina, I want to know if you guys are coming this weekend. It'd be good to see you both. All right. Joe's back with us tonight. Hey, Joe.
Good to see you, sir.
I'm trying to not skip over. Carrie's here. Hey, Carrie.
Hello, Carrie, good to see you. Everyone.
Oh, she's enjoying her ghosty light.
That's so good. That's so awesome. I'm so happy he's at home with you, Carrie.
It's already. You want to know what I just discovered that I found? The same light that you had. Right. I have the cat head.
Okay.
The cat head that it's supposed to hold, but I don't have the ghost.
So you just have the cat but no ghost.
Correct. Yeah.
That's actually still fun though, because if somebody has the ghost and they're easy to do, you pop it off. You could switch it out each year. I didn't
realize that's what it was until I was looking at it. I was like,
right.
Pretty sure this goes to that ghost blow mold. Because there's several different variations of it. So
that's the hardest part. Somebody would probably just buy that from you.
Yeah. Because sometimes I see those and they're missing whatever they're supposed to be holding. Mm-hmm. So maybe I'll find one of the ghosties. Dusty Moose is on the loose.
Good to see you.
Hey, Dusty. Judy's here with us tonight.
Hello,
hey,
Judy.
Chris is here. Hey,
hello, Chris. Good to see you. And today's the first day of fall, everybody. Can you believe that?
It is.
Yes.
Oh, finally. It doesn't feel like fall though. It's still blasted hot. Springfield was ridiculous.
Pennsylvania's we've been okay. We had some humidity a few days ago, but it's settling in here for typical, September weather. So
I'm just ready for it to be not 90 degrees.
I hear you.
That's all.
I hear you.
It feels, and then the trees start to change colors and all that. Mm-hmm. KB is here. Hey, KB.
Hello, KB. Good to see you.
I'm going. This is taking way.
You got people already offering to buy that cat head from you. Heck, you could bid it out right now between people in the chat. Yes.
If you guys need the cat head, just email me. If you need the cat head, email.
Well, they're gonna bombard your inbox. I can tell.
Melanie's here. Okay, I thought I saw her in the chat. Shannon is here. Hey, Shannon.
Good to see you. Shannon's got a birthday coming up. We won't be here, but her birthday's a few days before mine. So she's got a birthday coming up this week.
Oh, this week?
This week. I feel like, Shannon, correct me, I feel like if I remember the date, it might be tomorrow. I feel like it's the 23rd of September.
Okay, well, now I got to watch the chat.
Tomorrow.
I got to try and pay attention.
Shannon, let's see how good my mind is. I'm sure William will remember.
I know William will let us know for sure.
She was a few days ahead of me, and Shannon, one day before mine. One day
before
the 25th. So the 25th. Yep.
That's this weekend.
Yep. Thursday the 25th. Yep.
Okay. All right. Well,
happy birthday, Shannon.
Sandra's here.
Hello,
Sandra's here. Welcome. All right. So we're going to do it then. Okay. We're going to do it. We're going to say happy birthday to Jason and Shannon. I don't know if anybody else has a birthday that's joining us tonight, but welcome. Thank you guys. And happy early birthday, since see, if we would have Fantastic Finds on Thursday, then we could, do all the things.
Yes.
But we're doing it early, so that's fine. All right, now I gotta find my place again. Morning Angel is with us. Hello.
Good to see you again.
Welcome in. There is Tina, the other half of Mother Tuckers.
Yes. Hello, Tina.
Hi, Tina. Let's see. Caroline is with us. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Renee's back.
Hi, Renee.
Heather's here.
Hello, Heather.
Hello. The train's going by. Woo-hoo.
There's some
hear that?
with a stogie faintly.
It seems so loud to me. It's just a couple blocks away, the train.
Right.
Like, and I always feel like you guys can hear the train when it goes by.
Faintly.
Faintly.
Yeah.
Hello. Hey, lady.
Did you hear? Did you hear Amy?
She's found some treasures.
She drifted
a few times.
It's old Jason. I hear you.
Tracy's here. Hey,
hello, Tracy. How are you?
I think I got everybody. I am all the way down at the bottom of the chat. If I skipped over you, I am so sorry. Nothing personal. Welcome in, everyone. So, of course, we're going to go over how the sale is going to work briefly. Most of you are very familiar with this. If you have not got yourself in the best version of the chat, make sure in live chat all messages and not top chat. And check periodically, because sometimes it will toggle you out of live chat. I don't know why, but sometimes that happens. Refresh often. We encourage that. You can find the gear wheel icon in the upper right hand corner to do the refresh. Do playback speed 2 times. In the computer settings, it's in the lower right hand corner. We're doing all auction style tonight as usual. So we'll give you a starting price. I will pin it up here on the screen. Last night, I will mention that we did have some filtering going on in the chat, which I was made aware of after the sale. But I do my best to call out everything or highlight on the screen things that come in. So if you don't see something in the chat yourself, I will try my best to highlight everything so that you can see it in case there is some filtering going on. Unfortunately, I never know when that's going to happen or why that happens, but sometimes it does. If I miss a bid or I miss something in the chat, try and put it in again if you can. Try and include emojis. Sometimes that helps push things through. But I will do my best to highlight everything, okay? Or call it out at least as I see it come into StreamYard. So we will do the starting price, put it up here on the screen, give you any kind of information that we know about the item, give you the measurements and note any kind of issues. So repairs, chips, any kind of damage, we'll note that all to you. If you're interested in bidding on the item, all you have to do is type that down into the chat. We'll do a 20-second countdown, and the highest bid that we see come in before Karen G's bid end will be the winner. We're also doing just in cases here tonight. All that we ask to use just in case is that you have at least one straight bid on the current item that we're showing. You can put that in at any time to use it just in case during the countdown. That's the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item plus the letters JIC. Type that into the chat during the countdown only. If your just in case is the highest before the bid end, we'll bid you up $1 over the next highest amount. Keep in mind, multiple just in cases that come in before the bid end do turn into regular bids. If you win an item from us tonight, make sure and email us, especially if you're a brand new buyer, to either Jason or I, or maybe it's been a while. It's always good to just send it again. That way it's easier for us to find it. With your YouTube screen name, your real name if it's different from your screen name, your full shipping address, and email that you can send a PayPal invoice to. If you don't have a PayPal account, that's okay. You can still shop with us. Just let us know that you would like to check out as a guest. When we send our invoices out, we can send you a direct link to that invoice, and then you can check out with any debit or credit. And keep in mind, when we do send our invoices out, payment is due within 24 to 48 hours of receiving that invoice. Our emails are up here on the screen right now. You can also find all of our information down in the description of the video, always. And I have pinned them in a comment at the very top of the chat. Karen and Kim also do a great job of putting them into the chat throughout the sale. So pretty easy to find that information, how you can contact us and purchase. And shipping is not included with the winning bid price. That is additional. And we do use Pirate Ship to get discounted shipping rates, so we pass that savings right on to you guys. But that's why we need your full shipping address to calculate your shipping with the size and weight of your package in relation from you to us. That's why we need that information. And we do have shipping available to anywhere in the US, Canada, and Australia. And I'll let Jason talk about that last point. We'll talk about when we're doing our invoicing, and then we'll get right into it.
Yes, if you purchase from me here tonight, I offer free pickup at my brick and mortar. It's called Mother Tucker's Antiques. I'm located in Ephrata, Pennsylvania. I'm part of Adamstown, PA, Antiques Capital USA. I'm about an hour and a half west of Philadelphia. So if you live in a region or you're coming to the area and you want to pick the item up, all you got to do is tell us in an email and we will just invoice you for said item. And then once the invoice is paid, we'll communicate in the emails on when and how you want to pick it up. Again, let's always just please keep that in the emails, because if it would be in the chat and we miss something important and it messes things up, I don't want to do that to either one of us. So as long as we can keep it in the email. So, and one thing before I'm done, Amy, Dusty Moose found a couple Halloween nut cups over the weekend.
She said that in the chat last night that she found some
awesome.
nut cups. I know. Congrats. I want to see a picture of said nut cups, Dusty Moose.
Agreed.
And we can share them with the friends too.
Yes, we can.
Share the nut cups on the big screen.
Nut cups for all of my friends.
I have been looking. My darndest for some nut cups.
Yeah, fine. I had one like a year or so ago, and I haven't.
The last ones that I have seen have been at the Midwest Holiday Show. It's probably where I will see my next nut cup as well.
Probably.
It's not that I'm not looking.
Agreed. I'm always on the look for nut cups.
Absolutely. Garden Guy Bill and myself and Jason used to have a nut cup competition. Who could find the coolest one?
Yes.
Back in the day.
Yep. And it was like, tag, you're it.
I don't remember who won. I think we stopped. I don't remember what happened.
I don't know.
I honestly don't remember what happened, but
we'll call it an even tie.
I think so. I think it ended in a tie. That's what I think. All right. Hey, Brad, welcome in. All right, we're going to get the screen set up, and we're going to get show on the road. Jason's going to make me go first. I have no idea. I did. No. Okay, I'm going to say, we didn't talk about when we're doing our invoicing.
Yeah, yep.
I ship from Michigan. I'm going to be doing mine tomorrow, so you'll see an email from me tomorrow when mine go out. Another shipping caveat for me this week. I do have to ship everything out by Thursday at 10 a.m. when my post office opens, because then we are going out of town. But if I can ship everything Wednesday, that would be even better. But definitely no later than 10 a.m. on Thursday for me this week. I just want to get everything out of here. Otherwise, I won't have another shipping opportunity until Tuesday the following week. So.
Well, the other half of Mother Tucker's just came down. I wasn't going to say Saturday. Shipping this week will probably begin for me on Wednesday and Thursday, so it'll roll out like it did last week. So hopefully we have everything out to you guys by Friday. I already had that, sweetheart. Thank you, though. So, yes, hopefully you guys will see an invoice from us before Friday. In the event you don't, always reach out. I'll just say for both of us, if you ever don't see anything from us, always feel free to email us. And keep the line of communications open, but you will hear something from us. You will get your invoice probably Wednesday or Thursday. Thank you, Miss Amy.
Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. And I switched out a couple things from my lineup. So if there was something specific that you were here for it and you don't see it, I probably will bring those things to a different sale. I switched out for a couple more Halloween things tonight. So I'm going to start with one of those things that I switched out. So these, I have a couple things that were not previewed, in other words. So those other things will come to another sale. But in the spirit of Halloween, because Jason does have some Halloween things, I had a few things, but I just switched out a couple everyday things that can come to another sale. I have this awesome skull candy bucket. This is not one that I see very often. This one's made by General Foam, and he is really nice condition. Paint is really nice on him, and he is another good candidate if you have one of those battery powered lights that could go down in there and then you can light him up, kind of like a fairy lamp. But all of the marking, which is not going to come through on the screen because it's white, well, it kind of does. It says General Foam plastics, kind of right in here, made in the USA, that sort of thing, stamped on the bottom. But this one, I just don't see this one. There's a ghost that they did that I see more often with like yellow eyes. And then they changed this whole skull thing, like looks totally different. They changed it around quite a bit throughout the years. This one I do believe dates to the 90s or late 80s. They did do that style and then they totally changed it. But I like that it's got the cracks kind of molded in the skull. I like that. So, you know, I like any kind of Halloween bucket, you know, different than the pumpkins. I like that. There's a devil head one that's really cool that I really don't see. I would probably keep it if I came across one. But the handle's really nice on it. No issues, no cracking or anything with the bucket. It does measure 6.5 by 7. I see Dennis is in there. Thank you so much. We are looking for 17 or more. Hello, Nikki Moss. I missed you in the chat. So yes, Janine, there is. Yeah. There is one. Yeah. Yep. There's actually a whole series of like monster faces.
There is, like Frankenstein, I think.
Yeah, they're really good. All right, I'm going to count it down. We are looking for 17 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
I've never seen this one in person. And if I have, it's always, well, should I say I've seen it one time. It was in a locked case, believe it or not, but I've never been able to hold one or have one and have it in person.
There's the Scully bid end. Thank you, Karen. All right, Mr. Dennis, it's coming to you. Thank you so much.
$12, Amy. $12. And I have some weird stuff. I have some stuff that's for the holiday coming up for Halloween, and then just some other different
stuff. 12.
Yep, $12. Okay. I'm not quite sure how old these are. I assume these are probably from the 70s or 80s. They're made of like a cast iron. They're metal, and they are salt and pepper shakers.
Oh.
And these are tombstones. Years ago, I just had the one. And sold it at the store. But then a few months ago, I was fortunate to find a set. So these are made of like the cast iron, so they're metal. I don't know if you guys can tell, the base is metal. They have their corks and their little tombstones. And I thought these would be great in your Halloween display. It says, "Here lies salt." And it has some different like motif up top there on the top of the tombstone. In some aspects, it kind of looks like a tree, which I think that's what it is, like the tree of life almost. Now it doesn't focus. Almost like the tree of life, which you would see that sometimes engraved on tombstones. And they're salt and pepper shakers. So there lies salt. This one is your 2-hole. It has its original cork. And then here we have your pepper. And it says, "Here lies pepper." Get that to focus. Let's move that back. And these are tiny. Again, I thought these would be fun. You guys could use these, you know, with the upcoming holiday. You could leave them out all year round. They're kind of spooky. You could actually put them into like a Halloween display if you want to. And then if you don't like what they say, you could just always face them, you know, this way. And they are painted gray. You know, they have like a sheen to them, like a coating on them. I think there is a little tiny chip or so right there on the tip of one. But again, you don't find a lot. I normally don't see a ton of these tombstone shakers, and I think they're really different for your displays.
I've never seen these.
I feel like that's like a tree there for the tree of life almost.
It looks like a willow tree.
It kind of does. And it mimics on both of them. It is the same. Thank you so much, Pam. I see you're 12. Janine's in at 13. And they're tiny. They're about 2 inches. So they're about 2 inches tall, and they're about 1.5 inches wide. And they are pretty weighty, because if you guys collect shakers and you've ever seen like the cast iron ones, they made like coffee mills. They made little Amish folk. They made all sorts of those little ones in the 70s and the 80s. And I think this is from the same era. So, all right, we got Janine in at 13. Again, they're in overall good condition. There is a little bit of wear, like you can see a little paint wear down there on the bottom of the salt one. Let's go ahead and count them down. We're looking for 14 or more on these metal salt and pepper shakers that are tombstones. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Pam is in at 15, so we're looking for 16 or more. And then again, like I had said a moment ago, if you don't like what's on the front and you just want to display them that way, you can definitely do that. Really fun ones that I don't. I actually, these came with a collection. I think these came with like the Miss Priss that I sold the other week. So there's the bid end. So thank you so much. Janine had it just in case, but Pam's got the fast internet from the Jersey Shore. Pam, they're yours for 24. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Congratulations. All right. Okay. I have some nesting dolls, Halloween nesting dolls for my next round. And these are fun. I don't see, like if I see holiday ones, they're usually Christmas. And I liked these. I thought they were different. Now they're not super old. I believe they're from the 90s. But I still liked them. And they're really nice condition too. So this is the biggest one. All right. And there's three. There's three different ones in the nesting set, all high lacquered. All right. So Happy Jack here. And then there is a bat painted on the back of the pumpkin. And then the leaves and the stem up on the top. Here's the bottom. Nikki, I see you. All right. So that's the first one. And the second one is another pumpkin. All right, here he is. And he's kind of a sad pumpkin.
Sad pumpkin.
But I like that they did the yellow. Like there's a light in there. And then this one on the back has a spider painted. All right. And I want you guys to guess. What do you think the third one is? I mean, this was in a video. I found this a long time ago, months and months and months ago. I got this.
I'm hoping for a black cat, but I have a feeling it's going to be another jack-o'-lantern.
It's not another pumpkin.
Oh, then I'm voting black cat. I'm hoping for black cat.
It's a ghost.
Oh my God, look at him.
Isn't he cute?
Oh, he's adorable.
Now, I will say, out of the three, the ghost does have some wear to him on the paint, on the end of his ghost hand. I don't know what to call that. And on the back, his ghost hand. So there's a little paint wear on the ghosty. But that's how I found them. And I believe that is how the set is going to be. There's a couple different variations of it. So as far as I could tell, they all came with a ghost and not a third pumpkin or something else. But I like that. I think that's a fun set. And they all like nest together and fit just fine. I'll show you. I'm going to open one and show you what the inside looks like before we count it down. So it's just, turned wood on the inside, but there's no cracking or anything. I don't like to squeeze those because it makes that awful noise when you rub the pieces together. But
like nails on a chalkboard. Yeah,
that's pretty much how it is. Okay, there's the inside of the other pumpkin, and then the little ghost he just kind of sits in there. All right, and there we go. I didn't line it up right, but you guys get the idea. Okay, so there are the nesting dolls. Hello, Robin.
Hey, Robin.
Good to see you. All right, so there are. Now he's really having a bad day, the little pumpkin, because his mouth is all sad. Here. All right, let's count it down. We are looking for 22 or more. Nikki Moss has got the high bid at 21. Let's count it down. The biggest pumpkin, he measures 4 inches, 3 inches, and then the ghost is 2 1/4. Okay, I'm going to count it down now. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. He's the happiest ghost ever.
He is. And Karen said he's a hugging ghost. He looks like he's a hugging ghost.
I need a hug. I'm not spooky. I need a hug.
He's all hyped up on candy corn.
You're either team candy corn or you're not.
There's a lot of.
I don't like it on its own. I like it mixed with the peanuts.
Yep.
To taste like the payday, but I do not like the candy corn by itself. Okay, bid end is in there from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, looks like Robin had it just in case of 31, but Nicomas had it just in case of 54. So Nikki, they're coming to you for 32. Thank you so much.
$18 for the lot. You're going to get all of this for $18, and I didn't preview this. I had miscounted, but I think I'm going to rekindle some memories of folks, whether you were a child when these were sold or a young adult when these were sold. I have unused Halloween stickers from the 80s or
Garfield
early
stickers.
90s. Yes. They are all in unused condition. They're all in great condition. The only thing is the cellophane from years has kind of tightened up, so it kind of curled them just a little, but they're not bent or anything. So you're going to get the whole lot, all of these 5 different packs of stickers from the 1980s or early 1990s. And they still have their original like grocery store sticker on them for $1.
Non-foods. Don't eat the stickers.
Yep. So, and that's easy to remove. So again, $18, it's not choice. You're going to get all of these. So the first one in the lot is going to be the unused Garfield ones, and Garfield's dressed up.
I literally had those stickers as a child.
I remember these, and I remember we used these. I think I was probably in elementary or middle, and yes, I remember the teacher handing these out for Halloween. So, and again, I'm almost certain that you could open these and use it. And I think each one comes with 4 sheets. So you're getting 4 sheets. So you can open them and use 1 or 2 and then, decorate with them. And I do know these old stickers can be very collectible. So again, you get them all for $18. The first ones are these are the Garfield stickers. The packs themselves unopened, they measure about 7.5 by about 4.5. So there's your first one. We got Garfield. We have hippie Garfield down there. We have him as a devil, a witch, cowboy. He's a southern one there. He's dressed as a pirate. All different ones. So that's your first one with Garfield. These glow in the dark. I'm sure you remember these, Amy.
I remember those too.
They used these.
Bones Malone.
I don't know how well it's going to show, but I'm holding it back a little bit. There we go. Hold on. If I put the light on and pull it away, you can see they glow just for a second. So these are the ones that if you keep them in the light, they will glow for a little bit. You put them under black light, they glow. So you're going to get these. These apparently are very collectible. I tried to look some of these up on the internet. This skeleton was very, very popular back in the day, and they made a whole bunch of different things with him on it. So trying to keep the glare off of it. So you'll get that. This is very kitschy and fun. These are little teddy bears, very 1980s. And then you can kind of peel them out of the haunted house. So you're going to get this one. And again, I believe each one. Now, this one only has 3 sheets. So this one has 3 sheets. But as you can see, the card they're on is not bent. It's just pulling. Do you see what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining it right. You can tell that the cellophane over the years kind of shrank and kind of just curled it a little. But you take that cellophane off, they're going to be flat and you can use them. Very 80s, 90s. You have the glitter jack-o'-lanterns, which are really fun. And again, these all came together. And my God, when they were new, I mean, $1.85 for them. And this one, they were so expensive, you're only getting 1 sheet of those, okay? Last but not least, I think this is my favorite. And I believe this is a later version of Little Inky, the black cat. So I believe this is like the 80s version of him or her, and him and her. They're doing all sorts of different things. So in this one, you get 4 sheets. So in recap, thank you, Karen. It's year 18. We're looking for 19. To recap, you get 4 sheets of the black cat, who I believe is Inky. And these are all on the back. At this point, they're Gibson. They're made by Gibson, okay? And then you're going to get the glittered ones. They were so expensive to make, you only get 1 sheet. And then you're going to get the haunted house with the kitschy bears. You get 3 sheets in there. Then you have the glow in the dark. You only get 2 sheets in there. And last but not least, my personal favorite. And there was someone in the community that used to collect Garfield, but I can't remember who it was. And I don't often find it, but you get 4 sheets. So let's do a countdown. 19 or more. Karen's holding it at 18, 19 or more. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And I'm very certain that you could open these and they're still going to stick. So if you wanted to use some of them, you definitely could. But these 80s and 90s stickers are coming back. They want them. And they're not around because they got used and thrown away. So
mine are all in my sticker book.
Oh, I know. I loved a good sticker book.
I still have my childhood sticker album.
With the padded cover on it. Did yours have a padded cover?
No, it was a holographic cover.
Oh, God. All right, Kim, thank you so much. Karen G, they're heading up to Canada. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Those are awesome. I still like have like an obsession with stickers.
I love stickers. I love them.
Every package has stickers in some capacity somewhere. I love stickers because I used to get them at the dentist. I used to get them at the doctor. I used to get them in the emergency room every time I had went to the asthma doctor. All the stickers, fuzzy ones, the little. There's like little puffy ones that had googly eyes, scratch and sniff. Like all the things.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Good stuff.
All right, you got it, Karen.
All right, I have let's see. I have a choice round. Although these things aren't exactly the same thing, but I think like they can work together. And these are non-Halloween. Although one thing could probably work. Okay. So the first thing is one of the Acme Japan bug planters. And I love these ones. I don't find these as often as there's just a tree stump with the pixie hanging out, but the tree with the face. And there is a series of 4 with different tree faces or face expressions, I guess you could say. And then we've got the bug pixie hanging out on the tree. This is a really nice condition. So it is stamped Acme Japan on the bottom. If you guys ever see that NC mark, I haven't talked about that in a while. A lot of people think that means NAPCO. It does not. It is just a distributor mark for Japan. That's all that means. It does not stand for a maker. But Acme Japan is stamped there on the bottom. No chips or anything with the planter. It's really nice condition. Dusty, I see you. Thank you so much. And choice number 2 is
Brad's right. He does. The tree looks like an elderly version of E.T.
Okay. Yep. I definitely see it. I see it.
Got no teeth. Ain't too many Reese's Pieces.
He was missing the teeth. Yes. The second choice is a little pixie baby riding on a butterfly, and this one's made in occupied Japan.
Yep.
Stamped there on the bottom. Also, no chipping or damage to this guy, but this guy is all bisque ceramic. There is also a series of these guys riding different butterflies in different poses. But you can see it's got kind of like Kewpie style wings on the back side, and then really brightly colored for the butterfly.
So good.
And yes, although they're not exactly the same, but they are both pixies, and that's why I decided to bring them together. Okay, so I see Dennis is in there with a 19, so we're looking for 20 or more on choice. And let me give you a measurement before we count it down. The planter is 3.5 by 3.5, and the pixie on the butterfly is 3.5 by 2.25. I think that's what I wrote down.
It looks like
might be a little bit bigger than that, actually. All right, let's count it down. Aaron just popped in there with a 20, so we're looking for 21 or more on choice. No damage on either one. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. I lost my dentures.
I know. And look, he ate too many. He ate too much candy corn. Lost his teeth.
Oh I didn't know trees liked candy corn, Jason.
All right, maybe he ate too much sour candy and he's puckering. That's what it is.
All right, there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Aaron, I did see your just in case come in there, but you didn't need it. First choice goes to you. Just let me know if you want tree or butterfly. Tree or butterfly.
I have never seen that little pixie on a butterfly before.
I think there's 4 different ones, if I recall, of those. I don't come across those super often. I think maybe I've only had one other time.
So good, them wings. Now we're going to see this lag here tonight.
Mm-hmm. Toothless trunk. You got it. All right. So second choice is going to go to Dennis. Dennis, if you want a little butterfly baby, let me know.
Oh my God.
And behind that was Dusty. Toothless trunk. That's hilarious. All right, Dennis was after the tree. All right, no worries. Dusty, if you want butterfly babe, just let me know and I can just watch the chat. We'll get okay. Dusty's passing too. All right, we'll bring this guy back. We'll bring him back at the recap. All right, thank you.
$14, Amy, and I'm going to stick with your theme. Tina found this little guy last week, and I think he's kind of whimsical, and I think he would look good in your spooky fall decor. I know he's pink and red, but the little worm that he's riding has all those fall colors. So $14, pardon me, if anyone's interested, there is a little bit of paint wear back of his hat, but I kind of think that gives him a pretty good patina, and he's riding his little worm friend. I was sort of surprised when I flipped him over that he is made in occupied Japan. So he is a little older than just your normal Japan. There are no chips or cracks. I love the simple little dots for the eyes on the worm, the stripes, and pretty much everything. Let me make sure I'm correct. Everything is glazed except for the red paint. So the little red paint on his collar and his hat is cold paint. Most of it is there. A little bit is rubbed off there on the collar, and a little bit is rubbed off here around his wrist. But most of it is there, you know, on the trim of his little shirt. And he's just going to town. He's like, I'm going trick-or-treating, guys. I'm going trick-or-treating. So he's this cute little pixie friend. He measures 4 inches tall by 3.5 inches wide. It is that very traditional pixie face that's made in Japan or occupied Japan. Big, big eyelashes on him. He has some buttons on the front. And again, he's just really cute all year round. Or I kind of thought if you had like a haunted house thing going, maybe he's like, I don't know, maybe instead of a worm, maybe, oh, wait, hold on a minute. Look at his mouth. I just noticed they did give him a mouth under there, kind of a weird mouth. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to gross people out. Maybe he's riding like a haunted maggot or something. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, for Halloween, something.
He reminds me of a tomato worm.
Oh, yeah, he kind of does.
What do you mean?
He kind of does. I mean, and he's very happy to give his pixie friend, you know, a ride. Like, Pixie's very like, let's just do this. Let's go. And Worm's like, let's go over. So, okay, guys, we got Dusty in at 15. Thank you so much. Dennis was in at 14. So we're looking for 16 or more. No chips or cracks, just a little bit of cold paint wear, primarily there to the back of the hat. So we'll count him down, 16 or more, just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. You're right, Heather. I also see Caterpillar right there. Just cute little friend, whimsical. And this is one I had never seen before. You know, you do see a lot of these style pixies, but never saw one riding, you know, this style of insect before. So Miss Whittle one, good to see you, friend, at 16. Dennis was in at 16. Dusty has a just in case. There's our bid end. Thank you so much, Karen G. So $16, $17. Dusty, he's wiggling your way. Thank you so much.
I've not seen him before. I know there's a whole bunch of those, and there's salt and pepper shakers and all sorts of things with that pink pixie, but I've not seen the one riding on the Caterpillar, whatever we determined that was. Not seen that one. Okay. I'm going to bring another Halloween item for my next round, and this one's handmade. I literally just made it a couple hours ago when I got home. I decided to switch it out for something else. I started it the other day, and I didn't get it finished. So I finished it up, and it's not quite as large as my normal wreaths. This one's a little bit smaller. than my normal size ones. And it does measure 8.5 inches in diameter. Usually they're about 10.5 inches. This one's a little bit smaller. And I haven't done a Halloween wreath yet this year. So the cutest little bat ever. So this is a scan from a vintage greeting card I have in my collection. The cutest little bat, and he's darn happy. So not to sacrifice the vintage. So that's why I try and make high-powered scans of them to show the detail in the card. And then black, just plain black tinsel for the background. And then we'll go around and show you what's on here. So there is a vintage little bat up here at the top, some sparkly stars, vintage pumpkin cupcake topper, a little silver glass ornament, black sparkly star, a little vintage pumpkin, another sparkly star, a little ornament, and a little vintage sequin for good measure. And this one, instead of baker's twine, I did have this black and little star print ribbon to do the hanger on the back. I've also signed it here on the back side. And there's Mr. Batty Bat. All right, so Renee was in at 24. Robin just popped in there with a 25. Again, it measures 8.5 inches in diameter. So let's count it down. I'm going to try and make a couple more if I have time. I have a lot of things I wanted to make for Halloween time. We'll just see how many I can get them done. I am having a Halloween sale with Ariana at the Withering Cottage next Wednesday. So that's October 1st. So we haven't picked a time, so it might be at 7, it might be 8. We haven't quite decided that yet. But I'm going to try and put that StreamYard link up there before I leave for Wisconsin. So you guys can set a reminder. But that definitely, we will be both having Handmade Halloween for that next Wednesday. But let's count this down. Nikki's in at 26. Hey, Nikki. And Terza, welcome in. So let's count this down. We're looking for 27 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Betty Bet. Bid end.
Gosh. And do you have this original card, Amie?
Uh-huh.
God, I love him. Oh, he's adorable.
All right. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, at the end there, it looks like there were several just in cases. Renee, Nikki, both at 36. Nikki had a 42. Robin had a 47. But Nikki got back in there with a 48 straight bid right before Karen's bid end. So Nikki, congratulations. It is yours. Thank you so very much.
All right, Amie. Excuse me. $35. I do have a piece of glass tonight. Probably in my last video, if you counted, I probably said black glass probably 20 times, maybe 40 times. But this was part of the collection that I bought. So $35. This is made by Cambridge. It does have some at $35, Amie. It does have some silver overlay on it.
I like that.
And it's probably from the 1930s. So I'll break it down for you and show you guys exactly what it is. But it is elegant glass made by the Cambridge Glass Company. If you look online, this little covered, and it's actually a 3-part covered dish. Apparently, it's a harder one to find. Apparently, they didn't make a lot of it, and I couldn't find any examples with the silver overlay. So again, from the 1930s, let me take the lid off. And let me show it to you. There you have the fun little finio on it, and then you have all this great silver overlay. How Halloween and how Victorian and how Art Deco does this look? All of the silver overlay is in fantastic condition. It is these great bouquet flowers kind of on these pedestals, and it repeats a couple times. So this is U.S. glass. It's the Cambridge Glass Company. The one version I found online, they were asking, I think, 40 or 50 for, and it didn't have any silver overlay on it. All right.
Now, Jason, is this actual black glass or is it really dark amethyst?
This is actual, to my understanding, Cambridge, when they made actual black glass, this is actual black glass. This is not hold it up to the light, and you won't really see any purple in it. Now, Renee, you're exactly right. Very Gothic style vibes. That's what I was thinking for Halloween. but this is great all year round. So this is a great glass dish, and it's very heavy, and it's quality glass. You can see that there's no straw marks in it. This is considered elegant glass because the manufacturer always had like a high polish. They had a very low flint count, and they had a lower sand count in making the glass. You can see how nice. It almost looks brand new, and it has this original label on the inside.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. You can see that's a 1930s label, no chips on the rim. If you see anything, they're just my fingerprints. Then you have the 3 divided dish here on the inside. So again, this could be used. You could use this to hold your jewelry if you wanted to. And again, it's very, very clean. Some of that's just a haze from being stored. That can be wiped up with no big deal, but no chips or cracks. You could use this for jewelry. You could use it for storage. You could actually also use it for food. I, in all my years of selling glass, have never had an original piece of glass with the original Cambridge sticker on it. So this has the original Cambridge sticker from the 1930s on it. And it has what's left of the original, like, I guess that says, is that M-A-T-I-O-N? Matt? It was hard to make it out. It's M-A-T.
It almost looks like M-A-R.
Yeah, I'm seeing an R as well. Did you try a light behind it, Joe? I did try a light behind it. I didn't see. I'll tell you that Cambridge glass is super, super dense. I mean, it could be amethyst. I did believe, though, that Cambridge, when they made black glass, that it was just, I guess all black glass has some amethyst in it. But this is so thick and so dense that I can't see any purple in it. You can actually see where they even polished the bottom. So, like, Cambridge is some really quality American glass. Those are just my fingerprints. And it is very soft. It's very Murano style, but of course, Murano is Italian glass. And there you have the original Cambridge label. So let's put the top on it. Let me give you some measurements. Thank you so much. Deanna is in at 35, so we're looking for 36 or more. It measures 5.5 inches tall. So 5.5 inches tall, about 7 inches wide. Or 7 in diameter, let's say then. So, and one more time, all the silver overlay is in fantastic condition. If you guys aren't familiar, that's actually true sterling silver that is put on there in a design. You could polish that more if you want it polished, but the more you polish it, the more it could take some of it off. But you can see how heavily detailed it is. I don't believe it's ever been polished. So, and then the finial, and it's a 3-part divided covered candy box, jewelry box. You could actually put your candy corn in it if you want to. You know, you get the different kinds of candy corn. You could do that and put it right there on your side table for the fall and Halloween. So let's count it down, 36 or more. And we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Probably one of the nicest pieces of silver overlay. And if I find it with Cambridge, it's usually clear glass with silver overlay. But great for all year. Put some white milk glass with it. Put it in your spooky. Very goth.
Put 3 types of cheeses in there.
That you could, Amy. That you could. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, there's our bid end from Karen G. So, Deanna, coming to you for $35. Thank you so much.
I love the finial on that.
Me too. Me
perfect.
too.
All right. I don't get to say this very often. I have a piece of Katherine Holm up next. I don't get to say that. I think I've only said that one other time since I've been selling vintage. And I have one of the smaller lotus bowls, and this would be considered a berry bowl, not a common size that usually comes up, and it's not super large. It's 4 inches in diameter and about 1 3/4. Now, when I found this was all utensil marked up, and I did use Barkeeper's Friend on it. That's what I get utensil marks out with most kitchenware, Pyrex, that sort of thing. So I have cleaned it. There is a little bit of wear to it, I would say, but there's not super major chipping in the enamel. There's a couple tiny itty bitty like pinpoint ones, But for the most part, it's just kind of the rim here that has the paint wear to it, probably just from use. And there is the bottom. So this is 1960s enamelware. Katherine Holm, this was like their most popular line called the Lotus. And then they did different colorways, just like Pyrex did, with a lot of their designs. So there's an opposite. There's a white with green, green with white. There's blue, light blue, navy, orange, all sorts of great colors in this Lotus. Great mid-century thing. And the good things about this, you can also use it, flip it around, and use it as a riser. I think this is what I had up here in my display. It's this flower face, which will be coming in a later round. But I thought I would bring this here first in case anybody collects this, because I don't get to touch Katherine Holm. It's usually hundreds of dollars. And I have been lucky to have a couple of pieces of it over the years, but never these tiny bowls. I've never ever seen another one of these tiny ones. Usually it's much larger. The pieces I see the most often is the fondue pot, and one of the bigger kind of roaster pans is what I see most often from Katherine Holm. So cool mid-century piece. Nikki, I see you at 28. Thank you so much. So let's count it down. We are looking for 29 or more. And I did get some of the shine back on it. It's not straight from the factory shiny anymore because it was used, but I did get a little bit of it left. And that's kind of the worst wear spot right in there. All right, let's count it down. Looking for 29 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
I never can find it. And if I do, I can't find it to resell it.
There's a lady at Elkhorn that usually has like a whole shelf full. It's cool to see it, you know, look at it in person, because that's kind of the most, besides there's the one store that you took me to.
The Mad Hatter.
Yeah. Yep. That's the next place that I have seen the most of it anywhere. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Nicomas, it's coming to you. Thank you so much.
$24, Amy, and you're going to get the lot. You're going to get the lot. Hello, Angela. It's good to see you. So I previewed some of this, but not all of it. So you're going to get all of this starting at 24. It's my little black cat kind of ephemera lot. So I'll show it all to you piece by piece. But let me start with the postcard. And Amy helped me identify this card. It is a Whitney made card. Apparently they did a series with this little black cat friend. So this will be the first piece in the lot that you're going to get. You can see there's a little wear right here. There's a little schmutz right there. This is postmarked. This was sent. And there is a little bit of wear to it, but not too bad. I actually think it gives it more Halloween appeal. It is embossed. And it is postmarked from 1924, okay? So we do have a postmark from 1924. So this is part of your lot for $24, and it measures traditional postcard size, 5.5 by 3.5. And it says on the front, the only downfall of some of the postmark is over where the printing is, but I still think it feeds to the spookiness of it. It says, sing a song of Halloween, pumpkins everywhere, cats and bats and witches are flying through the air. So here we have this fun little black.
Directing the mice to sing.
He is.
I love that.
And then each little jack-o'-lantern's kind of, chiming in. That one there has a little witch's cap. You can see you have the moon there, and you have some spooky bats flying in. So if you guys enjoy a good Halloween postcard, I couldn't find that any of these. This one is, well, first of all, I couldn't find any of these for sale right now. Second of all, this one is so liked, they actually reprinted it on other things. So, but this one's original. So you're going to get that as part of your lot. This is also around the same period time. We have one of the snaps is missing, but I think that gives it a good aesthetic because you don't want it to be perfect. This is a very 1920s looking black cat on there, and it's Mr. Snappy, the black cat. So that's a fun piece of advertising you're going to get. Back on the back here, it shows you the different sizes of different snaps that you could get from the company. And in this one, it also says that it is registered with the U.S. Patents Office. And that little kitty cat, I think, is just really, really fun. There's a little tear in the top, just tiny little tear right there. But again, you put these in flower frogs together, I think it's going to have a really fun look to it. So that was your second part. This, I think, is probably from the 1980s. It's still wrapped up. It's never been used. So it's an original whole ream of crepe paper streamer. It has a little black cat on it. I don't want to pull it apart. There might be other things. So it might say Happy Halloween, and then it might have more than just a cat on it, okay? But I thought this makes a great little riser. You know, if you want to open it and use a part of it, you can. I have old Valentine's Day crepe paper, and what I did was I just cut, you know, a sheet of it off that said everything, and then I actually used a little bit of tape, and I taped it to my mantle, or actually taped it to my metal shelf. So, and you can even do that to a mantle. So I assume that's the whole entire you know, piece of crepe paper, never been used. It's not smashed. There's no even color fading to it. But there again is your little black cat. And that cat also looks like the one on the stickers that I just sold. So just to recap, we're looking for 26 or more. You're going to get the new old stock crepe paper, probably from the 1980s with the black cat on it. I do believe this is from the 1920s or 1930s, somewhere in that early 1900s. Snappy, the black cat, all your little snaps right there. And then you're also going to get the Whitney made black cat postcard that is postmarked. You can see where they did stamp it, but it is from 1924. It is used, and it looks like it went to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So again, you'll get all 4 pieces of black cat. So let's count it down. Thank you, Janine. I see you in at 26. Looking for 27 or more, and you get the whole kit and caboodle. I was waiting all night for that. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you, Gavin. Little black cat friend. Crepe paper might be looking faded on your screen, but it's just from the bright lights in here. The original advertising, Snappy the cat, and your original Whitney made black cat postcard, who is conducting them little micers how to sing. So thank you so much, guys. So Janine's just in case. I see Wings just in case. Janine's back in at 40. There is our bid end. So Janine, $40. It's all coming to you. Thank you guys so much. And thank you, Janine. Congrats.
That's a good lot. I love those snaps.
Really different
snaps. All right. I'm going to do, I have another Pixie. And this one, I have never found one of these before. So I was happy to be able to find this one over the weekend. And there's one tiny little condition issue with it. But I don't believe you can find this variation online right now. And it is a tiny little Pixie on a high heel shoe. Look at that. It's a fashionista Pixie. I love it. There is a series of different kinds of shoes that have the little Pixie perched on here. And Dennis, I see you. Thank you so much. If my camera wants to focus.
Look at him kicking that foot up in the air.
I love like how they do the poses for these.
I like to kick.
They just kill me. Now, the condition issue on this flower petal, there's like a little shave off of one of the petals. It's not super noticeable. Like the shape of the petal is still there and everything. I can feel it. So that's why I'm letting you know that it's there, that I can feel it with my finger. Although I cannot probably get that to focus, but it's kind of like just a little shave off of the edge of the flower. It's probably not even going to come in there. But Mr. Pixie Pie in his yellow suit, I love that he's just hanging out in the shoe. And this is 100% cold painted there. So it's got a little bit of a gold accent. High gloss red pumps going on. There is a little paint loss right there. And then we've got the Japan mark on the bottom. So cute. And you could even stick maybe some little flowers or something coming out of the shoe. If you wanted to use it as like a little bud vase, you could probably do that too. Measurement for it, it is 3 by 3. 3 by 3. But yes, there are some other shoes, different styles of shoes, different colors of shoes, and different pixies that are available out there too. All right. And these date to the 50s. I see right now, Miss Caroline's got the high bid at 33. So we're looking for 34 or more. And besides that little tiny chip on that flower, I don't see any other chipping or anything on it, just a little bit of paint scratching. All right, let's do a countdown. Anybody that's got a bid in there is welcome to use the just in case. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
He's definitely striking a pose on that big red pump.
He is. I love that. All right, there's the high heel bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, looks like Erin had the high bid at 35, but Carrie did put in a just in case. So Carrie, Pixie Pie is coming to you for 36. Thank you so very much.
All right, Amy, $14 choice. And I think we're at the point now where it's safe enough to ship candles, okay? So there are candles in each one of these glass containers. So $14 choice. This one is my favorite. This one always reminds me of my grandma. She had one of these and put it out every single Halloween. It is double-sided, and I do believe, somebody can correct me, I think Bartlett Collins actually made these glass holders for the company.
Or Gemco. I think they both did, actually.
I think. Yep. And this is my favorite. These are your little hobgoblin. Actually, one of my favorite things is the sticker that's on the bottom of these. So, this is your little candle, and it was used once or twice, but this is a glass candle holder. So if you wanted to, you could, take the candle out of it. You could put something else in it and light it up. It is safe enough that you could light it again and burn the candle out. I do believe some soot there got trapped in between the candle and the glass. All right. So that's on the front side, a jack-o'-lantern. And again, this is like a fired on piece of glass, kind of like a tumbler. And then they have the candle on the inside. So that is the one side. This side has no inclusion, so there's no soot. I did try to clean that off, but I think maybe when they lit it, some of the soot got trapped in between the candle and the glass, and you can just kind of see it poking through. So these can be very collectible. They're getting a little harder to find. Yes, you definitely can put like a Halloween bottle brush tree in that and use this as your base. If you don't want to light it and put so but if you don't have it lit, you can pop a bottle brush tree in there. This is probably from the 1970s. I believe they made this candle from the 60s to the 1970s. And this was to be tossed away. You know what I mean? You used it for a year or two, and then you just discarded it. So it's amazing that this is even still around. So it measures 4.5 inches tall and 4.5 at the widest point, okay? So again, these are super collectible, and it is glass. So it is glass, and it does have its candle there on the inside. I take it that this is a very popular pattern. If you find this in a candy jar, if you find it in other pieces, apparently this little Happy Halloween is a very popular pattern from the 1980s. And this one here is actually a candle, but you take it out, then it turns into a little goblet, okay? So you have Happy Halloween with these kitschy witches on it. You have the crescent moon with the cat and the bats. This one has never been burnt, so this one is new old stock. It has its original sticker here on the bottom. So it is made by, I believe it's the American Greetings Company, and it is 2.5. It's 2 inches by 2.25. 2.5 inches. Beg my pardon. And if you were to light it, it looks like it's spice scented candles. So again, if you research this pattern was produced for glass little apothecary jars. I think they actually made like a tumbler set. And then you have this one here that is the orange fired on glass, and then this is on. So all this is baked on. You can take the candle out, and then you could use this for something else. Measurements on the way this piece stands, it's 5 inches tall by across 2 3/4. So we're in with Renee at 14, so we're looking for 15 or more. There's no scratches. There's no wear to this. again, like I said, I think this pattern, or should I say this pattern also had little goblins and kids dressed up. It was the same artist, the same series, and there was a little devil, but they really like this. Look at her little shoes. Look at her little shoes with the little buckles on there, orange and gold. And she's stirring up her little witch's stew there, and it's double-sided, so it's the same design on both sides. So that's your second choice. And then your first choice, this one is really fun, very, very iconic. Halloween, and it is a glass candle, and it is made. The company is Trioan, probably butchering that, but I always call it the Hobgoblin Light. So
Trioxane.
Yeah,
I don't know. The chemistry brain in me is saying something is probably not right. So,
and it could be just, of course, that's the wax, that's the candle company, and I wish somebody would take that logo and blow it up and make it into something else. I think that's a really fun logo. It's a shame it's on the bottom, but if you could, peel it off, put it on something else, you could see it. So Renee's in at 14. We're looking for 15 or more. This will be your second choice. This one we're calling witch. That one we're calling pumpkin. So 20. I'll get that glare off there. That's my ring light. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 15 or more, or the bid end from Karen G. And again, this one we're going to call witch. And that one we're going to call pumpkin. And they're both from different eras. This one's 60s, 70s. This one's 80s, 90s. So, but I think they look good together. So there's the bid end. So Renee, did you want the witch one? Did you want the pumpkin? Or did you want both? And if you just choose one, we'll bring the other one back for the recap. Just let me know if you want witch or pumpkin, and I can watch the chat. Pumpkin, please. You got it, Renee. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Those are both cool.
I love them.
All right. Hey, Laura. Good to see you tonight. Okay. I have a choice of brooches for my next round. And these are both fall colors. I think that they're both like fallish colors. So I'll show them to you both first, and then I'll show them to you individually. So these are the two that I have tonight. Both equally sparkly, both around the same size. They're both a little bit over 2 inches at the biggest point that they are. One is more purpley, one is more goldy tone or amber colored rhinestones, but I thought that they were pretty enough to bring together. And no missing rhinestones on either one. All right. And so I'm going to talk about the amber one first, and then I'll talk about the purple one. So here is this one, and hopefully my camera will do it justice tonight. So it's kind of a goldy tone for the backer. And then there's more like almost champagne colored rhinestones, like for the background. And then we move into that really bright yellow there. And then there is more of a darker amber for the center. This one, there's the back, and it has kind of like a C clasp here on the back side. No marking on that one. It does kind of look like a sunflower. I do like that. It does kind of look like a sunflower. And then the other one is definitely older than the gold one, and all different tones of purple on this one. But as I was sitting here, I hit it with the black light, and it glows green.
No way.
Yep.
Well, that's fantastic.
A lot of the stones in here, these ones in the center glow the biggest. The marquee ones have kind of a weird green to them as well, but most of these round ones in the center do fluoresce green, which is unusual for purple. I wouldn't have guessed that. I actually thought that this one might have some cadmium in it. It might glow a little orangey. That one doesn't glow at all, but this one, that surprised me. Also, no missing rhinestones in this one, and all prong set. This one does have nice petaling on the back, no stamp. Safety clasp. The point does extend past the clasp a little bit on there. I think this one is definitely older than this one, but they're both equally as gorgeous. Both nice candidates for a hat, I would say, definitely. If you have a hat you can rock it on, I would go for it. And again, both measure a little bit over 2 inches, not 2 1/4, but it's kind of between 2 and 2 1/4 for both of them. Okay. Lisa Day has got the high bid right now at 20. This is for choice. And let's count it down. We're looking for 21 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
That's crazy that those glow in the middle. I'm happy they do, but I would have never guessed.
Yeah, I never would have guessed that. And those stones that are glowing in the center, those are the lightest purple.
Gotcha.
Out of the bunch, the lightest ones. Really interesting. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, looks like Nikki Moss had it just in case of 22, but Lisa Day did get back in there with a straight bid of 25. So Lisa, let me know if you want gold or purple. Nikki, you get second choice there.
Gosh, they're both fantastic.
End of summer colors. That's what I think. All right, Lisa was after the yellow one. You got it. Thank you so much. Nikki, let me know if you want the purple one. And if not, I will bring that back at the recap. Thank you both.
All right, $40, Amy, and I saved the best for last. This is the last of those different, Nikki says, sure.
Okay, you got it, Nikki. Thank you.
So this is the last of my unique ribbon girls that I have. And personally, I think I saved the best one for last. You can see there is a little issue right here to the corner of the frame. That could be touched up if you want to. But again, this is one of these ribbon girls. I don't think she's like 1930s. I believe that she's probably late 40s, early 50s. Okay. But she's in probably an earlier frame. So she would be considered one of the ribbon girls. She's kind of risque. She's very, very fantastic. You can see that she's striking a pose there, and she actually has a cigarette. I don't condone smoking. She does have a cigarette in her hands. I don't know if you guys are able to see that. Let's get in here close. You can see that they actually gave her a cigarette. She has a ring on her fingers. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with ribbon girls, what they did was back in Victorian era and right through the mid-century, they would take articles of clothing or extra pieces or mementos, and they would then turn them into maybe small versions of themselves, or they would turn them into these women. So they would hand draw and cut out these women on like that thicker cardboard style, and then they would add pieces that were left over from maybe a dress they made or fabric from a loved one. What even makes this one even better is it's one of the ones that has it has original hair. So that's somebody's real hair that they use there. So there is a little bit of the hair that is loose, and it just kind of worked its way down from age. Okay. And that, I think, in the corner is a little bit of some of the fabric, some of the, I would say some of the velvet has made itself loose and is down there in the corner. So this fun lady, I'm keep tilting it to get the glare off. So she is in very good condition outside of that. You can see that she has like nylon on, so you can actually see her legs. You can see where they use the velvet style bow there in the center, and then even there as her top. They actually have her sitting on like pillows. So they took some of the fabric and kind of tufted them into pillows. And then she has these like slip-on style heels, and they kind of took a piece of like the fabric and turned it into, I don't know, like another pillow or a hassock sort of itself. So you can see they did some great details there to her face, and very like period correct hair. So again, I do believe this is 1950-ish, coming out of that era, maybe even into the early 60s, but the frame is probably earlier than that. So again, each one of these is one of a kind. It's somebody's vision, somebody's depiction of themselves or a pinup. And this is a bygone hobby that nobody does anymore. So the frame measures 10.5 by 8.5, 10.5 by 8.5. And I will say that these do normally start for more than $40. If you are interested in some of these more risque, some of these more pinup, some of these different style ribbon girls, these are the ones that folks want, because usually it's that bustled up, big gown, you know, big dress, Victorian lady holding her flowers. And I really don't condone it, but I really think it's really novel that somebody was able to mimic a cigarette there. And I think it's like a fancy cigarette. She actually has it in a cigarette holder, you know, one of those long ones. So it'd be a longer cigarette holder and then a cigarette there in the tip. And then I'm trying to see, yeah, they drew like this fun little ring there on her finger. So, and again, that's really detailed for the time. Like that's no laser cut machine. That's all handmade by somebody.
I love her hair with the finger waves.
I do too. I do too. I think it's a really, really cool piece, you know, in storage here. Something happened to that corner, but again, it's not one you're going to find, you know, like I just said, most of them are the Victorian style women. This is what the back looks like. So, you know, there is a little bit of wear to the back, but you're not really looking at that. And this is definitely a fun wooden frame. Probably, like I said, the frame's probably 20, 30 years older than the piece itself. So, excuse me, pardon me, my allergies are getting to me. So I'll just hold it here for one more moment, show you guys if there's any interest. $40 start. These are one of a kind. It's that time of the year, Amy. Excuse me. So it is that one of a kind, but we're going to sit it to the side here and we'll bring her back. Maybe somebody wants to think about it, do a little bit of research. But again, this is still classified one of those ribbon girls, and we will bring her back. See if anybody's interested.
She's very cool.
One of a kind.
I don't know if I could make those minks.
No,
no, you guys, please don't send me your hair clippings. Please. Fast. All right. I showed this a little bit earlier, so I'll bring that out next. I also don't come across these. These are incredibly hard to find. I do wish that these were, so this is a single shaker, FYI. They did make figurines of these, and there are a couple planters of these anthropomorphic flower faces. That's what they've always been referred to as. That's what collectors refer to them as. But it is just a single shaker, okay? I wish there was a mate to this, but there was not. But I cannot leave these behind if I come across them. Because they're getting very, very difficult to find. This does date to the early 1950s for the flower faces. And it does have 5 holes on the top, no stopper. All right. There has not been a manufacturer attributed to these that I have ever known. And anybody that collects these on Instagram, there is several ladies that have huge collections of these. They have never been able to identify a maker. None have ever come with any foil stickers or anything like that. But they're just, they're very collectible. That's all I know about them. And I've been lucky to have a couple over the years. Most of the time I find the figurines are a little bit taller, and some of them have like a mop or a broom. And then there's another series that are holding onto stars and that sort of thing, but very difficult to find. I have no noted damage on this at all. So not cold painted either, so you don't have to worry about paint loss on this guy. But no chips that I could find on any part of the flower. So it's in really nice condition. Measurement for it, it does measure 2 3/4 by 2.5. Okay. So I see Nikki's in at 27. So we're, the 3-faced wall pocket. Yeah, Tracy, I've never seen that in person. I've never run across that piece before. I only know a couple people that have that on Instagram. That's incredibly hard to find. So I see Aaron's in at 28. So we're looking for 29 or more. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bit end. Just a single shaker, yes. And these would not, and when they would come in a pair like this, they would be in a different pose. They would not like look the same. They would always come with a different pose. he was just all by him lonesome. All right, and Parmesan has joined us. He's here. He made his presence known. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. So Nikki, you're just in case, and Caroline, your 53 did come in both after the bid end. I see on both my devices. So looks like Janine had a just in case of 42. Tracy had a straight bid of 50, but Miss Caroline has a just in case of 51. So Caroline, it is yours for 51. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
All right, $12 choice, and I'll move quickly through these. But these are very iconic from the late 80s into the 90s, maybe even the very early 2000s. So it's going to be choice on these Halloween light-up houses, okay? And they're all made of ceramic, and they are all bisque. They come with their lights. This one actually has a flasher light. Once it heats up, it will flicker on and off. So, but it's going to be just $12 choice. Usually these were made in Taiwan or they were made in China. And this is going to be your first one that you can choose from. So this is the largest one out of all the ones I have to offer tonight. So $12 choice. This one is going to be letter A, but this one is also, we're calling this one the cat because I don't know why I'm calling it the cat. Oh, I know why. We have the black cat right here on the roof.
There's a cat on the roof. There
is a cat on the roof. So, and there's a cat on this roof too. And the ghosts are screaming, get off. But again, these are very iconic and really, really fun. If you guys are into decorating for Halloween, these are probably prior to really a lot of the Department 56 houses and things. So I remember all of these from when I was a kid. So I just unplugged it because you can see the details a little better. So the first house measures 8 inches tall by 5 inches wide. So eight inches tall by 5 inches wide, no chips or cracks. Each one of these houses are very, very highly detailed. They even detailed the back. So, and then
these take me back to my childhood too.
Yes, and they each have one of these little bump outs so the cord can rest underneath it. So it's going to sit flat on the ground whenever you plug them in. So there you can see no chips or cracks. You can run the cord whichever way you want, left or right or out the back. So this one here is going to be letter A. Again, we have some bats. We have some crooked shutters. We have some ghosts that are wreaking havoc in front of the house. And again, this is the largest one at 8 inches tall out of all the ones I have tonight. So that'll be your first choice. And again, they're either Taiwan or they are made in China. So the next one is the farm. This one's actually a farmhouse. So it says that it is the, I believe it says dead farm. So you could have the dead farm if you're interested in that. I think this one's really fun. This one actually has some real fabric style leaves that are glued to the top of it. This little ghost here, he actually has himself like a little wench and hook. So I think he's gonna hook you, or he's gonna bring some hay from the bottom on up to the top. This one has a different style black cat on the top. And like I said, they're all 3-dimensional and they all have different lights. So just for sake of showing, that one plugs in and that one works. And somebody before me put in like a blue light. So I like some of the different spooky lights. So that one's got like a spooky blue hue on the inside. And again, no chips or cracks. Each one of these has these fun little kitschy details of a ghost. And there's the same thing in the bottom. That one actually is embossed and says China on the bottom. And that one's going to be letter B because it's a barn. And that one measures 5 by 5. So let me unplug that real quick. It looks like I see Chrissy's in at 13. So we're looking for 14 or more. So if you put the whole village together, here's what they look like. Like I said, the mansion is the largest one. That one was the one I just showed you, letter A. The farmhouse is letter B, or the barn is letter B. And then if you can imagine, they're all pretty much the same size here after that. So this one's going to be letter C. So we have this fun haunted house style with the ghosts and the jack-o'-lantern and the kitty cat upstairs. There it has its original light as well. And again, these are all porcelain, but they're bisque porcelain. And this one measures 5.5 by 4. And this one we're calling the keep out because it's got the evil keep out sign. It even has a skull there as a door knocker. Tons of fun. This is kind of fun 90s, 80s kitsch. Do you know what I mean? And this is what's making a comeback. So no chips or cracks anywhere. And the house kind of has an eerie sort of like Victorian, but it has a weird, eerie kind of green glow to it. So again, that does have a light that lights up. but I won't, it's no sense showing you, but it does come with their original lights. Then this one here is going to be the last one. This one we're calling skull. So this one is letter D, because we have, look at the witch hanging on, like the witch is flying. The black cat's trying to get to her. This guy's chanting boo with his little.
I love all these. These are great.
So kitschy, so fun. And then this one is the little inn. So that one is your little inn, like your little hotel with a little rest in peace. So what I was thinking was those shakers I sold earlier, you could put those in the front of it. If you have little kitschy figurines, put some pixies, all sorts of different things. And then this last one here, we'll just quickly plug in. So they all have lights. They all work. Well, they did work. Let me see here. Did the bulb not work? Wait, so the bulb isn't, wait, helps if I turn it on. So that one works. This last one actually has a toggle on it. And then this one, the whole house glows blue when it's lit up. So quickly, I'll show them to you in reverse. So if you're interested in this one, which is the hotel or the inn, this one you'll claim letter D. So we're in with Ryan. Hello, Ryan. Good to see you. At 14, we're looking for 15 or more. This one is D. Okay, so that one is your inn or your hotel. This one is your smaller little mansion, your little keep out mansion. No chips or cracks. This one is letter C. So that one is letter C. And I think that bulb glows orange in that. So that's letter C. Letter B was the farm. So this one is the eerie little barn. So it's your little farmette. So that one you'll claim as B. And then the first one I started with, which was the largest one at 8 inches tall. This is your big mansion. And this one measures 8 inches tall. So Chrissy's in at 16, Robin is in at 17, and they all scale out together. So they all can be a village together. They all are kind of in scale with each other. So if you wanted a couple of them or two of them, they're all going to display well together. So let's count it down. So we got Ryan back in at 18. So we're looking for 19 or more. And remember, we are doing just in case. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 19 or more. The bid end from Karen G. And you can look at these every day and see something new on them. Tons of detail. So again, this one was letter A. Just easy for typing. That one was letter A. Letter B for the barn. C for the smaller mansion. And D for the inn, for the hotel. So there's our bid end. Thank you guys so much for all the bids. And it looks like Ryan and Chrissy, but Dusty had the highest just in case. So for 26, Dusty, you get first choice. Chrissy, you'll have backup. Ryan, you'll be third in line. So again, this one's letter A, which is the largest mansion. The farm barn was B. C was the smaller mansion. So C was the smaller mansion. And D was your Airbnb, also known as your inn. And you can take a variation and each come with a light ready to go. 1980s, 1990s. So Dusty, you get first choice, A, B, C, or D. And then Chrissy, if you can help just watch the chat and know which one you want. All right, Dusty, thank you so much. They're all yours. Congratulations.
Instant Spooky Village.
Telling you, and they're getting hard to find, you guys.
I don't see those anymore. No. But I do remember Mama Pam and my grandma having those.
Yep.
I definitely remember those. And I also remember one of them that played that, you know, like you had the musical thing, the yeah,
oh, yeah.
I remember one of those playing like that too. Yeah. All right. I have some Arnart elephants, and you're getting all of these, all of them, the whole set. Now, these are Arnart, okay? And these are also 100% cold painted. And what I can tell you about them, one of them has a little condition issue, although I don't think it's a major issue. And it's with the smallest elephant. Now, these originally would have been all chained together. So the biggest one and then the next biggest one would be chained to the first one's tail. and then the baby would be chained to that one's tail, if that makes sense. Unlike the chain families where we have 2 chains coming off the big one, these would be all in succession, like they're elephants on parade, if you will. So these are blue. Usually if I find the Arnart elephants, they're purple, but these are blue, which is different. All right. So first I'm going to show you the little one, because this is the one that really has, so this one would be the last one chained to the second one, the one in the middle. The little loop where it would be chained is missing. Okay. That's really the only issue. And they are blue and they have that kind of bumpy texture on the back. So that's the littlest one. All right. And then the next one here, there we go. There he is. So he has a loop at the front, and this is where this one would be chained. If it had the loop, would be at the back of the tail. So right here is where it would be attached. And then this one has the loop at the front that would be attached to the bigger one's tail. Here is the back side of this one. So no chipping. No chipping on this one. All right, so it's really just this one, just the little loopy. And I didn't find them with any chains at all, or jump rings, that sort of thing. So I think they're fine, not chained together. And then you can pose them how you want, really. All right, and then here is the biggest one. Paint is pretty good on it. All right, there is the back side. And I'll show you the bottom. So this one does have the Arnart crossing arrows stamp on the foot. Sometimes they have this and sometimes they have a foil sticker, but this one does have the stamp on the foot. No chipping to the biggest one either. And I thought we're going to keep them all together, because that's how they originally would come, is all together in a set like this. They did a few other animals in this style with 3 in succession. Cats and dogs I have seen, and some donkeys as well, in the 3 different sizes. So I'm going to give you some measurements real quick. We'll count them down. The biggest one is 5.5 by 5.5. Middle elephant is 3.5 by 4, and the baby is 2.5 by 2.5. Okay, so you're going to get them all. The whole elephant. Well, I guess it's not kit and caboodle.
No. Trunk.
The whole herd of elephants. You get them all.
Trunk and all. Trunk and all.
Yes. All the pachyderms. All right, let's count them down. We're looking for 41 or more on the set of 3. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
Again, when you find these sugared ones, there's always a chunk missing or big blotches of paint missing on them. These look really nice.
They are pretty nice. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. Carrie, I did see your just in case, but you didn't need it, lady. They are coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, $24, Amy, and you're going to get the whole set. I have a surprise that I didn't preview, but you're going to get the whole set. I just found these last week. And
you said 24, right?
Yep, 24, and you're getting a full set, but there's a surprise. It'll be a wait, but there's more. I know you guys. I know I do. I love some celluloid brides and grooms. I do believe these are from the 20s or the 1930s. They are both in very good condition. So somebody took a little celluloid Cupid. They turned him into the groom, and he's on his little wafer, as you can see. What's unique about him is he's dressed in fabric. So his little tuxedo is actually fabric. It's not cray paper, all right? So this is the little groom, and this is the little Cupid. And he does have the little movable arms. Super good condition. No denting, and trying to see, that's his little hair in the back. Underneath is where they're going to say Japan. All right. So you just wait, guys. I haven't showed it all to you yet. So 4 inches tall. There he is. And again, you're going to get the bride and groom. A lot of times, sometimes they use 2 Cupids. Sometimes they use 2 of these little penny dolls. But this one really is unique because they actually use the more feminine penny doll, and she has her little lace, but it's like a little plasticky lace kind of dress on. And from her head attire, she's very 1920s. They're both made of celluloid. They're on these little wafers. Okay, so you're getting both of them. Even her little millinery flower is still around her hand. Somebody took good care of these. You know, this was their little original cake toppers or their little bride and groom from the wedding, and then they kept them forever. I do love the fact that she's in bare feet. I think that's really fun, really unique. Again, this is a different kind of like, it's almost like a plastic style. It's almost like celluloid, a different style. It's kind of like packaging that they used that had the doily kind of the effect in it. Okay. So there you can see it's kind of like cellophane. That's the word, cellophane. But this is like a fabric. So it's like a fabric cellophane and she's celluloid. So I never find one with the little minister. So you're getting the little Cupid minister.
Oh my gosh, look at him.
Look at the fun little glasses they put on him. He has his little Bible or his little scripture there in his hands. Now he's missing his wafer. So you're going to have to find something to glue him to. But look, they have the little, so you're getting the whole gang. You're getting the bride, the groom, and you're getting the little original minister.
His glasses.
And he's a little Cupid guy. Now his little outfit, his outfit is crepe paper. So his little outfit is crepe paper. Arms move a little bit, but you don't move them too much because of the crepe paper. He just has fallen off of whatever wafer or disc that he was attached to. So you're going to have to find something to glue him to or lean him against. So you have the whole entire bridal group right there. You have the bride, the groom, and the little priest or minister, whatever you want to call him. But I had only found a trio once and sold it years ago on a live. But again, you're getting the groom, which I find really unique that the groom's tuxedo is fabric. This little guy is your little minister with his little Bible or little portfolio there in his hands. And his little attire is crepe paper, and hers is fabric and like I just lost the word, cellophane. They all measure 4 inches tall. So they all measure about 4 inches tall, no denting, no real condition issues, except Mr. Minister, pastor, or priest, whatever you want to call him. He's missing his wafer that he stands on. So Nikki, thank you so much. Is in a 24. We're looking for 25 or more. Let's go ahead and count them down. You're getting the trio: 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. They actually found like a different style QB than this one. So this one, they actually like painted the tuft of hair on. This one actually has the little plastic tuft of hair. But again, just super fun and a set that I really don't see that often. Really, really fun. So there's our bid in. Thank you so much, Karen G. So Miss Whittle one got in with a 25. Joe got a 38 in there. And I think they're going to you, Joe. Congratulations. They're yours, Joe, for $38. And Nikki, I'm so sorry. You're just in case came in right after the bid end.
Yep.
Coming to you, Joe. Thank you so much. Really different. Right. Thank you, guys.
And speaking of refreshing, if you guys have not done that in a while, do make sure to refresh. Please. If you can. Okay.
Joe, you got it. You got it, Joe.
So
Thank
nice,
you.
Joe.
You got him.
So nice.
You got it.
Okay. I have a Halloween postcard for my next round. It's going to start at 16. And I like this one. It's not super spooky, but I really like the imagery. Now, this one does have a little bit of wear to it. On the corners, there's a little wear, all right, and there's a little bend right in there. Now, this one is embossed, and it does have a publication date of 1908 for this particular postcard. It does have a postmark on the back, and I'll show that to you in a moment. I like all the apples in the background, and they're looking like they're going to have a Halloween smooch there going on. I'm not sure the pumpkin's here for it based on his face.
Nope.
I don't know. But this one does have a postmark on the back. And hey, Karen, good to see you. Chrissy, I see you. Thank you so much. So it does have a postmark on the back, but it doesn't have a date when it was postmarked. It just says October 27th, 11:30 a.m. Somewhere in Nevada, but no like year marking on it at all that I can see, and there is no inscripted date here on the back anywhere that I can see either. But we do know that the postcard was produced in 1908, but I just don't know when it was sent. But I just like this one. It was different. Different than what I typically find. And I always enjoy when they do the Halloween with the little apostrophe. I like the fonts on that one too. And it is embossed. It is international publishing company. So they did cards for New York and Germany, both. Okay. I see MJ's in at 17. Chrissy just popped in there with an 18. So we are looking for 19 or more on the Halloween postcard. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it looks like he's in a little sailor suit.
He does. He does. And I love how attentive both black cats are.
They're into it.
They're very much paying attention to what's going on.
All right, Chrissy, I see you're 20. Thank you so much. And there is the bid end from Karen. All right, Miss Chrissy, it's coming to you for 20. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $18. And this is a Tina creation. So this we're calling, instead of a junk jar, this is a boo jar. So this is a boo jar.
Ooh.
And Tina took this baby's head. She spooked it up with this little jar. And it is filled with all funds of little tchotchkes on the inside. So $18 if anybody's interested. It has this spooky little doll head. Now, part of this, I will show you in a moment. You can take some of it apart so you can actually get to the items that are in the jar. Now, some people call it a junk jar. This is actually filled with jewelry that you can wear. So it's jewelry, little knickknacks. Nothing in it's really junk. It's all usable pieces, okay, that's inside the little glass jar. So this is a little vintage. She has a little bit of an eye issue, but she is a spooky little doll head. She has little bats for earrings. So the little earrings are these fun little bats that are attached. She hasn't moved much in a couple decades, so some spiders have made a web on her. You can see that there is this silver spider here on the top. And it has one of these little bandanas on, but it kind of gives her kind of a gypsy kind of feel. And on the little fabric scrunchie or headwear or headband, there's all different kinds of little black cats and jack-o'-lanterns. So if you decide that you want to take her apart, all you have to do is, this is a little silver spider that is a clip. It's actually clipped on. So you could take that off. You could unhook the faux spider web. And then you can undo her little collar here. She has like a little scarf on, so you can undo that. And then you can actually twist the head off and you can get to the goodies on the inside. So the goodies on the inside, you can see these are fun little trick-or-treat earrings in there. You have this little fun little pom-pom witch looking at you there with the googly eye. You have the little eye. It's a little plastic ring. You have all sorts of other little pieces, little necklaces, little pins. You know, there's a little metal maple leaf in there for your fall decor. This is a fun little wooden style brooch with that little face and the flowers on there. You have a little heart locket there. All sorts of fun little tchotchkes inside the little glass jar. You have a little pumpkin brooch. So not only are you getting the fun little spooktastic spook jar, you're getting all the goodies on the inside.
That's really fun.
The doll head, she is a sleepy-eyed doll head, but her eyes don't want to sleep too much anymore. And if you close them, I don't know that they're going to open. But if that's the effect you're going for, you can close them when you get them.
I like the bat earring.
I do too. Yep. And she has both. She has them on both ears. So she's ready to go out on the town. And again, this is a one-of-a-kind piece. You can display it as is. And I will say that when it comes to shipping, I would like to kind of ship this by itself. You know, with these handmaids, I don't want them banging in with other things. So this I would like to ship by itself. It is a more contemporary glass jar. It has the original like ball style lid to it. And then you have all these little amenities, these plastic spooky spiders. And it measures about 12 inches tall. So the way it sits, it's about 12 inches tall. So the doll head itself, I'm not sure the manufacturer of it. It is in overall good condition, except for the fact that her eyes have some condition, but you kind of want that for the spook effect. So One more time, this is handmade by Tina. She took a whole bunch of different things. This was her vision. All this is wearable jewelry on the inside, so it's not like just broken bits and pieces. All of that is usable. The head is attached to the jar. If you wanted to wear like the headpiece, you could take it off. You just have to unclip the spider. You have to take off the spider web. Then you're going to have to recreate it. But you can take it all off, put it all back on, and you just have to undo the little ribbon, and you can twist it right off. So it's all up to you. So let's count it down. I have you, Morning Angel, and at 18. So we're looking for 19 or more. And remember, Tina put a lot of work into this. This is one of a kind, and it was her vision. So she did put a lot of thought and work into creating this very spooky, kind of creepy oddity, weird little one-of-a-kind item. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Ooh. Oh, real, just weird and creepy. I'm creeping you out, Amy. I'm sorry.
There's a lot of stuff crammed in that jar too.
There is. There's no space to move anything in there. That is definitely, that's definitely nice and full. So there's the bid end. Thank you so much. And it's going to Morning Angel. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Good get. I like the eyeball in the jar too.
I do too. That's a ring. It's a ring too.
All right. I have some Nancy and Storybook dolls tonight. I only previewed one, but I'm doing a choice because I actually have three. I have three of them. So they're all different. Well, let's talk about them. All right. So here's choice number one. And she is in like kind of a rusty brown, kind of reddish, maybe dark orange. I'm not sure what color that is. Little plaid dress. So she is frozen body 5.5. She is, I believe she is a variation of School Days. So number 117 on her. She does have her little hair bow, safety pin on the back, painted shoes, and the little pantaloons. All right. So that is choice number one. Choice number two is in the little flower dress, and she's a blondie. She's also 5.5 inches tall, and I believe she is number 154, Sweet Miss. So a variation of that one with her little flower dress. Also, this one's frozen body 5.5, and safety pin on the back side. She has everything that she is supposed to. And then the last one, which I also, this one is the only one that's a little different. She's 5 inches tall. She does have jointed legs and arms, but frozen head. And she has, you can see that she has silver shoes, all right, which is unusual. And I think that this is an earlier one. I think this is Margie Ann, or a variation of Margie Ann, although I could not find this exact dress. But based on how her hair is, I think she's Margie Ann and her shoes. And then she has a little skirt underneath. But she's a little different than these two. You can see even her face is a little different. Yeah. See how different the eyes are, because she's like an earlier body mold on her.
Love her dress.
And I did find her with this stand, so she's gonna come along with it. But those are the three. Those are the three choices I have for the Nancy Anns tonight. And they're all friends, and they all have different hair colors.
They are. They're like
they're all different. Yep, all different ones. All right. I see Chrissy's in at 16. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 17 or more. And I see Miss Whittlewind is in at 17. So we're looking for 18 or more. So briefly again, flower dress here is 154 Sweet Miss. Plaid dress is 117 School Days. And purple dress is number 79, Margie Ann. That is what I believe based on my book and research. That was my determination. But let's count them down. This is for choice. We're looking for 18 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can't resist these. I love these.
There's the one in the purple is fantastic.
I love her dress. All right. They do all. They kind of look like a gentler version of the Sanderson sisters, not dressed up for Halloween. Because all their hair colors. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Whittle won for 17. So we can do flowers, plaid, or purple. That'll probably be the easiest way to tell them apart. Flowers, plaid, or purple. Lag.
Amy, I missed it. The one in the purple, are those like little leaves on her dress?
I think so.
Okay, I was going to ask.
Leaves,
like fall leaves. Ooh, that lag's real tonight.
I know it is.
Oh my goodness.
And then Chrissy, you have second pick.
Yeah, I'm with you, Karen. I couldn't choose either because it's already a made collection right there.
Instant Sisters. Miss Whittle won. What happened to you?
Those poor ladies are like, would somebody pick us?
She's keeping the sisters
All
together.
Right.
Yay. Congratulations. They are all yours. Thank you so very much.
All right. I feel like in this day and age, we have to explain why we start things high. So this one's starting at $65, okay? But when I explain to you what you're getting, if you're even remotely interested in it, you're going to know that this is a fraction of what they're worth, okay? So this was in its original box. And because it was in its original box, the box has completely disintegrated, but it saved this piece, okay? So if you guys are looking for a 1920s, 1930s, made in France, pot metal incense burner, I have it for you, okay? This has never been burned. It even has its original tray to put the incense in. And this is authentic. It's that late 20s, early 1930s. I think it has a very, very deco kind of feel, maybe even slightly a Victorian flair to it. And it is in superb condition. Right now, you can go on other platforms and you will see them for $200 or $300, and none of them have their original paint. And they've all been used. So somewhere, well, I went to an estate that had a whole bunch of stuff that was in storage and never used. And this was one of the things I was able to find. So it is this urn style incense burner. So if you guys like to burn incense, you could definitely use this again. It has this fun flame on the top. It is this 3-handled urn. It has all this painted, enamel painted style flowers. It's actually been patinaed in like a bronze style paint. It's a very heavy piece, and it is 3 legs. And you can see those are the holes for the incense. So you take the top off. It even has the original paper around the little tray in there. You can see where it is embossed, and it is made in France. And this is not a reproduction. So this is made in France, probably late 20s, early 1930s, okay? And incense burners alone are kind of like ashtrays and lighters. Depending how rare they are or what they look like, they can command a high dollar. So I know we have folks that I know folks have mentioned in the chat they like to burn incense. I know some folks like, antique things that are 1920s. I know we have folks that enjoy some Victorian things. And let's get in here and look at all the different detail on this piece. So again, I didn't tell you a measurement. It measures about 6 3/4 inches tall. So 6 3/4 inches tall. It is a pot metal, which is period correct. It's very heavy. So it's not a hollow metal. It is a solid metal. And it is 3-sided. So each side has these little bouquets of flowers. Look at all the great details on the handles. Incredible metal work all the way around. A lot of these were used in the 1920s and 1930s. And then, of course, they were used out and then discarded. This kind of reminds me of the Statue of Liberty. It kind of has the feel. Of course, France gifted us the Statue of Liberty. It's all period correct. This would have been sold in the store around the time that they were constructing the Statue of Liberty in the 1920s into the 1930s. So here you can see all the great detail here on the top. Look at that leaf detail. Again, this has never been used. If you guys collect incense burners or you're looking for a unique piece, I know $65 might seem like a lot, but if you guys research this, you'll know that ones that don't have the paint on anymore, they're getting a lot more than that. So there's the detail. Here's the underside. It actually has some other code information here on the bottom, as you can see. Again, this was never used. You can go ahead and take the little tin dish out, and it still has part of its original paper on it. And this is no new tin. You can actually see the way it's kind of molded and done, that this is 1920s, and it is molded, but this isn't some newer piece. And then here's what the inside looks like on the little incense burner. So a lot of times these were dropped and knocked and hurt or ruined. This one is in like new condition. Look at the feet on that with all the detail, with the little like fleur-de-lis there in the center. Again, it's just a very, very unique piece. And if you decorate with this, then you know. So again, it is $65 if anybody's interested. It does have 3 little arms on it. I know 65 seems like a lot, but this is definitely a unique antique, one that you're not going to find many places. And it's really, really fun. And here, I'll hold it up to my head so you guys can see. It comes in at just about 7. It's about 6 3/4 inches tall. So I'll just take one more moment. Again, I do understand. Well, thank you, Tracy. And I do understand 65 is a lot. But again, you're not going to find one in this good of condition. And if you want to collect something that's unique, I think it could definitely be fun. And you can actually see where it all sculpted down there to see how the 3 legs came into one. So we'll sit it to the side. I'll bring it back for the recap. But again, it's $65, late 20s, 30s incense.
It's fantastic.
Thank you for letting me show it.
I can't say that I've seen one like that anywhere. Usually if I do, they're much smaller than that. Much smaller.
This one's very ornate.
All right. We're going to go from France to Italy. Next, for me, I have a micro mosaic brooch tonight. And this one is really nice condition. And we'll see if my camera wants to cooperate here. Now, the colors in this one, the background of this one is black, which I typically don't see. Usually it's lighter colors that I come across most often, but the background of this is black, which really makes the colors on the flowers pop out here in the center. So there's no missing glass tiles on it. It does have kind of the filigree setting. It kind of reminds me of an embroidery hoop. If I want to be honest. And it does have like the safety pin style clasp. So the head of that kind of reminds me of a safety pin on the back. It is stamped Italy, very small. It's kind of behind the clip there, but it is stamped Italy, mid-century on this one. And it does measure 1 1/4 inches in diameter. So it's definitely not the largest or the smallest. But really nice, vibrant colors. The colors of the flowers, Nikki, I see you. Thank you so much. Are reds. The 2 here are red. And then there's like kind of a light purple, light blue in the center, and a little bit of yellow for the one on the opposite side. And green leaves for the filler in there. But good condition overall. I don't see any tarnishing or anything on the setting. Sometimes if these get stored incorrectly, the metal setting can tarnish and turn green, but I don't see any of that going on with it. So this was stored pretty good and kept in good condition. All right, let's count it down. We're looking for 17 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid it. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. Nikki Mas, you didn't need your just in case. It's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, $15 choice, and I kind of felt that these kind of pulled in kind of my whimsy fall kind of feel. So $15 choice, this is going to be your first choice. These are Duchess dolls from the 1950s, and they were made to depict Tinkerbell and Peter Pan. So I have two different versions of these. I went down a rabbit hole and started to do some research. So each one of the dolls that they used, they were the more feminine style dolls, and then they dressed them like, Peter Pan and or Tinkerbell. Now, if you want to separate them, then you have a fun little fairy that you can use. You don't have to use her as Tinkerbell. But again, these are super collectible. And again, the doll company is Duchess Dolls, and they have like the little Betty Bye kind of eyes on them. So this is going to be your first set that you can choose from. There is some condition issues to the wings on them, okay? The way they made the wings, they can get a little floppy and a little loose. But as long as you pose the wings in the right way, they stay upright. And unless you find them in the original box, most of the wings are missing on them on other platforms, or they've been completely glued back together. These are all still as one, but you can just see they get a little floppy. So you got to kind of lean them forward because I think they have some bends. But those are the original paper and fabric wings to her. Somebody has gone ahead and taken a rubber band, and they have her original little wand right there. There is a little bit of wear to that. But overall, her little felt green dress and her hair and everything else is in superb condition. And then this one is the other mate to this. I really researched to see which two went together. And these were the two that would have come in a box together. And this would have been the little depiction of Peter Pan. And again, it's in overall very good condition. Even the tights, they have both of their shoes. A lot of times when you find these online, they're missing their shoes. And there is just a little bit of wear to the feather. But other than that, really good. No breakage, just a little wear to the wings. And then, of course, the Peter Pan's little bow right there. Okay, so that's going to be your first choice. And that one we're calling stand or letter A. Yes, you're exactly right, Tracy. The wand is never there. Now, they sold some of these like individually, and these would have been sold individually. So they also offered up, and I found a version of the Tinkerbell or Little Fairy wearing. I actually thought maybe somebody put it on her head. No, it's actually stapled on there from the factory, and they gave her like a little Peter Pan hat. So this will be your second set. So this is another spin or take on the Tinkerbell and the little Peter Pan. Yes, I know Peter Pan looks like a girl's dressed up like that, but they sold these. And again, the name of the company is Duchess Dolls. I'm sure that it says it somewhere on the body, but all of these clothes are affixed to it. So I can't kind of take it apart to show you, but they're made in the USA, and it was really between 1950 and 1953 that they made these. So this will be your second version. And again, we're at 17 with Robin. At that price, you can just use her and put her in your little fairy garden. So just note, from years of being played with or moved, we have a little bending, but everything is still attached to the wings. The wings are cardboard and fabric, and then they have like a lame style, like rickrack around the outside. They seem very homemade, but it was actually a company that produced these. So this will be your second set. And again, if you buy both sets, you can mix and match, and you can use two fairies in a fairy garden if you want to. And again, this is your first one. And again, these were made to depict Tinkerbell and Peter Pan, and are very collectible. They have all their parts, just a little bit of wear. So let's count them down. This will be your first set, and then this is going to be your second set. So again, they're just a little different, but they're still the same. So 18 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I was going to say that, Kim. The original Peter Pan, or in the plays, was a female. So actually, it's atomically correct. So I figured nobody would mind, and I figured at the price of these, some of these online, if they're in their box, even some of these for parts. I didn't know what I had when I came across them. So there's the bid end. Thank you so much. So Jamie had a 20. Robin had a just in case of 44. So for 21, Robin, you get first choice. This is the one version that came together. So this is letter A. This will be letter B. This was the second version that came together. I just want to be careful with their wings. So this is letter B, and part of her little feather fell out, but we'll put that back in there once we're done holding them up. So they're delicate. I'm just amazed that these have lasted this long. So again, this one you can pick A. All right, Robin, you got A. Thank you so much. So let's take that little feather. I think that feather came out of this one. So we'll tuck that feather in there once we come back to that. So then the second one is Jamie. Were you interested in the second set, Jamie? Again, in the same kind of condition. This was just the way they sold them. So this one is more of the girl version of Peter Pan. And yes, her hat is supposed to be on there. I found, proof of it online and enough times to know that it wasn't doctored up. So, Jamie, if you're interested in they can be. Okay, Jamie's taking a pass.
So and Minx has got your other bit.
Okay. So Minx, are you interested in the other set at $15? If you are, you can just say yes. If you aren't, I'll bring these back in the recap, but I'll watch the chat. Minx, you could have the second set at $15. At least you're getting one of the quote fairies. It's like Tinkerbell. So let me know, Minx, and you could have the second set if you are interested. All right, Minx, it's yours. Thank you so much.
Yay. Every time that I see those, Tinkerbell doesn't have her wings.
Nope. Nope. And you can see why. I mean, you can see why. I mean, it's crazy.
Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to go back to Halloween for my next round. All right, and it's going to start at 16. This is coming out of my personal Halloween collection. I actually had several new old stocks of these, and this one I did display for a number of years, but I don't put it out anymore because of a certain orange somebody. So I'm going to pass it on. Now, I do have the original packaging. All right, so this is a Bystol, and this is the 1994 version of the 12-inch Flying Witch. And she is a honeycomb decoration. So I did assemble her, so I'll show it to you, but she does have her original packaging. And this was new old stock when I bought it. I just cut it open, but I did keep this. It does have all the hay stuff, has the instructions on how you put it together. It's very easy to assemble on the back side, and it still has the string that you can attach to her hat to hang as well. So that is the packaging, okay? But I'm going to show you the witch because she's really cool. She's very, very cool. So here she is, riding on her broom. All right, so I love how they did the broom on this with the kind of shredded crepe paper. It actually looks like fire more than a broom that I see for me. And then her body is the honeycomb. So you kind of fold her out, and she is 3-dimensional. So she is 12 inches. All right. And then you attach the little cape to her. You kind of like fold it and hook it together in the front of her, underneath her neck. And then up at the top, there is a little notch right here. And that's where you would attach the string to hang her from. Of course, you can use whatever you want to hang her, but it does have the original string as well. She's in excellent shape. I just put her out. I don't know how many years that I put her out. And I actually didn't hang her. I had her sitting kind of like this in the top of a tin that didn't have a lid. So that's kind of how I displayed her. And I think one other year I displayed her on top of a pumpkin bucket. So you can do different things with her. You don't have to hang her. But I really like her face. So one side is a little bit more shiny. Then the other side is a little bit more dull. It just doesn't have that shiny coating. Okay. So, and the stick of the broom is also wooden. It's wood. Okay. So you get it, and I will send it unput together. It's very easy to put together. Basically, there's little holes here. You pull the broom out, and then it interlocks in the little tabs here and one at the back. And then she just folds flat, and you take the cape off. It's pretty easy to put together, but she does have her packaging as well. All right, let's count her down. We're looking for 18 or more on Miss Witchy Poo, and she does date to 1994. Bystol. All right, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I was trying to grab this real quick. How would she fit in a flower frog? She's kind of top heavy, like she wants to lean forward. I imagine if you messed around with it a little while, you could probably get her to balance in a flower frog if you needed to. But I think on something a little bit wider of a base would probably be better off, or hanging. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, looks like at the end there, Carolyn had an 18, Robin had a just in case of 31, but Wings had a just in case of 40. So Wings, congratulations. It is yours for 32. Thank you so much.
I love her, Amy. She's fantastic. $20, and you're going to get the whole lot, okay? You're getting everything that comes in the box. Now, it says that it's supposed to have 16 of these tiny books. There's only 15, so one is missing. But this is right there, almost antique, if not antique. So this is probably from the mid-1920s, maybe early 1930s, and you get the 16 little books of children's stories. So I just noticed before my round, it is stamped right here. I couldn't find a manufacturer. I couldn't find these online anywhere, okay? I don't know if that's Whitman. No, it's just a W and some numbers. So it's a W and some numbers. So I'm pretty sure the little books, which I'll show you in a minute, they're all stamped, printed in the USA. So $20. I know we have some book lovers out there. You're going to get the original box that all 15. It's supposed to have 16, but I only have 15 of them. And the box isn't even crushed. It's not even split out. The box itself is worthwhile to just use in a display. So you're going to get the set, and these are antique, and the box measures 5 by 3.5. Okay, 5 by 3.5. So you have this young little couple. This young little grouping of kids. You can tell she's in like a very old wicker style chair, very Victorian kind of attire they're wearing, and she's reading a Mother Goose book. So $20, you get that. Now you get all the fun little pocket books that go with it, okay? They are all almost in all perfect condition, all right? And I'll quickly show them to you, one or two of these, and these are all paper. So it's amazing these have stood the test of time. One or two of them have started to fall apart. But I'll quickly show you all the little books that you get. You only get 15 of them. It says 16. And each one of these books measure just about 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. So most of them actually have little illustrations on the inside. So this is the first book you're going to get in Fairyland. And then on the inside, you can see each one of them is going to be marked printed in the USA. And I'm not going to show you the inside of each book, but I'll show you the inside of this one. So you have the little fairy in here with all the illustrations. You have the little fella right there with his little swimming cap on. And it's amazing that these have color platelets in them. Like this would have been a very, very expensive toy or very expensive little collection for a youngster in the 1920s. This probably you would have had to been wealthy to probably afford these. So you get that book. So you get that little child story. You're going to get King Gumdrop. So you get King Gumdrop, and I'll show you the two that are kind of falling apart, but you're going to get the King Gumdrop. Again, all very 1900s, 1920s kind of illustrations. You're going to get Robin Hood. So there's Robin Hood. You can see there's a little bit of wear. So, and some of these, a little girl Hazel wrote her name on. I had to erase some of them, but you get Robin Hood. This one has a little bit of weird like coloring on the front. So this is Jack the Giant Killer. So I guess if that would have been early version of Jack and the Beanstalk, maybe that's Jack and the Giant Killer. This one you can see is starting to separate, okay? So you want to be very careful with these. Some of the fronts are starting to come off, all right? Then you have this one here. I'd never seen this one. Mrs. Tabby Noisy Kitten. So that one's, look, he's like a private eye. So you get that one in there. You're going to get the Funny Circus Man. Again, these are all little short stories. These are all like little nursery rhymes. Look, he's like, I'm going to blow this balloon up, kids.
His face. It's weird.
So you get the Little Red Hen. So the Little Red Hen. Again, all these illustrations are fantastic. You get the traditional Mother Goose one, all in very good condition. You get the Puss in Boots. Then you're going to get Jolly Jack Horner. All very early turn of the century style books. This one is just your generic fairy tales one. There's a little bending to it, but I'm amazed it's here. This one is Dick's Search for the Magic Thimble. Never heard of that.
What?
Dick's Search for the Magic Thimble. I'm sure that's a must read. Then we have another one. Is this a duplicate? Yeah, we have another version of the King Gumdrop. So we have another King Gumdrop. And then these, one or two of these have come apart.
I have never seen these. Never seen these, Jason.
I'm telling y'all, if you guys are into books, if you guys are into this ephemera and these early books, you're not going to find these anywhere online. I'm not going to say they're super expensive. But these are really old and they didn't stand the test of time. So again, you get 15 of them. One or two of them have fallen apart. Maybe it was the one I showed you. So, but overall, they're all in good condition. One or two of the little books, the cover has come off. I can't seem to locate it, but you'll get all of them and you're going to get the original box. And it says that you're supposed to get 16 little books. I only have 15. And this is the way I found it. All of these go with that. And I don't know who the printer is, but just know one or two of these, it's coming off. I don't want to hold us up. Which one? Here it is. It's the bigger print. So that whole cover is falling off of the rest of the book. So that one definitely is going to be able to take apart and you could frame it. And most of these have color illustrations on the inside, which for this time frame, this was expensive. So thank you all for the bids. I see MJ of 22, Minx is in it at 23. Let's do a countdown on them. 1920s set of books. I am missing one. And now I just realized one of them is a duplicate. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 24 or more, or the bid end. That one I really like. In Fairyland. Again, I couldn't find the exact print, but these are old. And this came from the same estate that I got the incense burner. So they had a ton of old advertising from the turn of the century. And I took some of the things into Mother Tucker. Some of the things I couldn't even find examples online. Oh, and I think the other one that's fallen apart is Puss in Boots, but they're all there. So thank you so much, Karen G, for the bid end. Boop, boop, boop. It looks like for 26, Angela, thank you so much. Coming to you for 26. Congratulations.
Those are great. And that they have the box. Those are fantastic.
I know.
Okay, I found this at Springfield over the weekend, and I more or less rescued her because I don't find these. I have had this one before, and there is a series of these. This is made by Arnart. It is a bell, so it's Little Red Riding Hood. Okay, she don't want to focus. There she goes. Okay, so Little Red Riding Hood, or Red Riding Hood bells here. And so she has really lovely cold paint and everything. The only issue with this, and you can't even see it from the front, is that the little fox's tail is missing. And if anybody, oh, I already see a couple people in here. Thank you so much. So the tail is missing from the fox, but the rest of this is really nice condition. It still has the Arnart foil sticker. Look at the cold paint on this.
So good.
Really nice on the cold paint. There's no chipping or any repairs to the flower, the basket, anything like that. There is a series of these nursery rhyme bells. It still has the ceramic clacker on the inside. And if anybody wants me to paint touch up that, I can. I just didn't have time to do it before the sale today. I can totally match that and cover up that white spot on the back, so you wouldn't even be able to tell that there's anything wrong with the fox. Not if anybody's going to come over and inspect your bells at your house, but I'm happy to do that if anybody wants me to paint touch up. I can do that. Measurement for her, she is 3 inches tall by about 4 1/4 inches wide, and I just love that little foxy. He's just hanging out.
So cute.
All right, Nikki's in at 19, so we're looking for 20 or more She is worth quite a bit more than that if she was in good condition. I am going to count her down, looking for 20 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
I have never seen this before, Amy, not even online. She's so good.
All right. I think we have a couple more rounds left, you guys.
Yeah.
We will do a recap. All right. There is the bid end. Nice work emojis there, Karen. Thank you so much. All right. So Nikki did have it just in case. And she did also outbid. You did also outbid yourself. So I'm going to take your 19 bid there, Nikki, and it is yours. Thank you so much.
$14, Amy. And I have another piece, 14 bucks. You got it, 14 bucks, and I got another piece of glass tonight. This is pretty iconic. This is great to use at Valentine's Day. It's great to keep out all year round, but this is really fun to kind of use in your fall or maybe even your Halloween decor. This is made by L.E. Smith. This is one of their kind of iconic pieces. They call it the trophy vase, but it's also called the double-handed vase, okay? So this one is the dark amethyst. So if you hold this up to the light, it does show dark purple, but then when you just have it in a setting like this, it looks like black glass. So this is a pattern. This is called the Dancing Nymph. So again, it is in like a heart shape. So I don't know if it's coming out. I want to move real slow. So it is a heart shape. So this is definitely fun to use in Valentine's Day, but you have the little piper there who's piping away. Hopefully that's reading for you guys. And then we have the Dancing Nymph right here. And this is an early pattern that then L.E. Smith then used. And this piece here is probably from the 1930s, but that design on the front definitely is earlier, like turn of the century kind of feel. And you can see that she kind of has her ribbon there and her flowing hair. And again, she is dancing while he is just piping. These are getting super harder to find, Joe, especially ones that are damage free. Sometimes the handles get chips on them. This one does not have any chips whatsoever. And I do believe they came, I want to go out on a limb. I feel like they came in different sizes. My size, this one is a whopping 8.5 inches tall by about 8 inches across. So if you don't like the design, you can always use the back side. And a lot of the things I'm showing tonight, this kind of pairs with it too. You go, okay, that's what I thought, Joe, because I remember selling one that was a little bit smaller. This is the larger one. So I see you, Renee, at 14. This one shows a lot of nice wear on the bottom, okay? So that's actually not a bad thing. That's good. That means this one is the older version, means it was moved. You can see the wear on the tip. It was moved across the countertop a lot, used for things, but there are no chips or cracks. So if you want to know the difference, one of the ways you can tell reproduction or original old glass, a lot of the times we look for the wear on the bottom. The wear is a good thing. So it is a good thing. So again, this is made by L.E. Smith. I'll just take another moment, let you guys look in here. You can see the little piper. He's piping away there on his little flute. Then you can see all the floral decor there on the bottom. And she's just kind of whimsically, they call her the nymph. She's just dancing away. And they are in a heart. Okay, so hopefully you're seeing the top of the heart and it comes down here to the bottom. So great for this time of the year. It is amethyst, also good at Valentine's Day. 8.5 inches tall by 8 across, no chips or cracks. There could be some mold roughness where the mold meets there on the arms, but that's in the manufacturing, okay? And it is super clean on the inside. I can't show you because it's so dark, but it's clean on the inside. So let's go ahead and count it down. We're looking for 15 or more on the piece of L.E. Smith, 1930s. They made this for a couple decades. I believe that this is from the 1930s, and yes, it's L.E. Smith. Let's count it down, 15 or more. I see you, Deanna, in at 15. So now we're looking for 16 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one bid end, and it does have the ruffled top. They all have the ruffled top. But this was kind of the trophy style vase that L.E. Smith was kind of known for, and you can find it without that on the front. But again, very iconic, really fun piece. It's getting really hard to find these. And yes, this is the bigger one. So there is our bid end. So sorry, Renee, with the lag. Year came in after the bid end. But Deanna, it's yours for $15. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Good for Valentine's Day, too.
Yes.
Multi-purpose. All right, I have a tin for my next round. And although it's not a campfire marshmallow tin, which I cannot find.
I can't find them either.
All the time. But this one is pretty good as far as tins go. And it's orange, not orange and black, but it is orange. It's the little mellow mints tin. And this dates to the 30s. There are some earlier variations from the 20s, but this one dates to the 30s. And it's just a little orange tin, so plain on the outer. And there is some wear to it. I like that about it, and that is why I picked it up. It does have printing on the bottom as well. Brandel Smith and Company. I love that variation of Philadelphia on the bottom there. Phila, PA. But it's the mellow mints with the satin finish trademark. I love the style of the lid and everything. Also makes a good riser, I think. And this one I'm going to open here and show you. It does have patina on the inside, pretty typical for early 1900s tins. Definitely has some wear in there. A little bit of rusting I see on the lid right in there, but really most of it is just paint scratching. But yeah, good condition on it. Otherwise, I have actually seen these where there's no color left on these, but it's a nice oval tin and it will sit on its side just fine. But if it were me, I would use it this way. But if you like the advertising, this is a good way to display it too. And it's not super wide, so you could put it, on a smaller shelf and have it show that way. It does measure 4x2 on it.
These are becoming increasingly hard to find. And most of the times when you do find them, they're completely rusted, or the whole front litho part, you can't even make out the advertisement's name.
I just saw another one. I've had this a couple months, I would say. I just saw another one over the weekend, and it was completely rusted.
These are iconic. If y'all are into tins or advertising, and especially this time of the year with that color.
We'll get Jason going. I'll bring that back.
All right, $12 choice, and I didn't preview either of these. Okay, so $12 choice, your first choice, and this is Halloween. You're going to get both of these original, and I believe they are made by, come on, Jason, they're made by the Gibson Company. So these are actually the larger cards, and then they would be table side. So you could actually, use the little kickstand or the easel, and then they will stand up. So your first choice for $12, you're going to get both of these. And these are probably late 60s, 1970s. They are used, but they are considered oversized cards by Gibson. They measure 9.5 by 7.5. So your first choice, vintage, large greeting cards in their Halloween. So the first one here, we're going to show you it is double-sided. And again, these are ones that you could use as a little kickstand, and they will stand on their own. So this one here on the front, so you can see it's very late 60s, early 70s kind of look. And it says, a wish from the pumpkin patch, a wish from the pumpkin patch. And I do believe some of this does glow. Yes, some of that does glow under black light. So this is part of your first choice. And then you open it up on the inside. They are used, but then on the inside it says, if pumpkins could talk, this one would say, sure hope that your Halloween's fun this year. So that one. So you get that in your first choice. If you guys are into black cats, especially spooky ones, look how green they made him. This one is also made by the Gibson Company. No condition issues. $12. You're getting both of these for $12. So you would pop it open, and it would be an oversized card and an easel. This one is signed as well on the inside. And this one says, this cat is fat and lazy on an ordinary day. But now that Halloween is here, he isn't quite that way because he's come to tell you that he's going on the prowl and he won't be home till morning when you hear him with his big meow.
Meow.
Meow. So that's your first choice. I've never seen either of these before, and they're Gibson.
I haven't either.
They're very whimsical, very fun. They pretty much become like die cuts. They become, and again, guys, $12. You're getting them both. That makes them $6 each. So you're getting them both. That's your first choice, Gibson 1960s. Your second choice, and I will show you, this one is made in Hong Kong. This is technically like new old stock, but when we got it, it was outside of the pack. So you're getting this original die cut banner, very kitschy, and again, Hong Kong. So this is probably the 1980s. And when it's hanging, it measures about 72 inches across. So again, $12. We're going to get crazy. This is going to be your second choice. It's in very good condition. It is the banner.
Oh, I like the skull head.
It's in such good condition. It took me forever to get those little metal pieces to move because I don't think it's ever been displayed before. So $12 for your Halloween. This is a die cut banner, and it's the banner. You get the bat, you get the little kitty cat, you get the skull. And again, this is all attached, and you're going to hang it. You get the pumpkin, you get the fun witch, you get the little hootie hoo, and then it comes back to another bat friend. Okay, so $12, and it measures 72 inches. So it's about 5 feet. So it's about 5 feet. Really good condition. You can see that each one of those little pieces right there, the little metal grommets, they're not even rusted or worn. And then what you do is you just kind of bend it back so you can store it. And I'll send it with its original pack. So it doesn't say exactly who made it. It just says that it was made in Hong Kong. So there's no like Bristol company. It just says that it was made in Hong Kong. And truth be told, in all my years of reselling holidays,
out of all of those, I recognize the owl.
You know, I do. I
recognize the owl.
I think I've seen the bat before. And I mean, Amy, your bat was cute for like 50s, 60s. This is cute bat 1980s right here. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, if you guys are into like the non-spooky, who can be scared of a witch with a corn nose?
It's like a witch and a snowman had a baby.
Absolutely. And I mean, there's no bending. If there's any bending, it's just because of the way it's going to be folded and stored. So I see you, Robin, in at 12. And again, that's 5 feet, technically new old stock. I don't know if it actually fell out of the pack. So William, don't give me hell. But it's still stapled. Maybe that just came apart. So I'll put it back in there. So you'll choose either the banner and then, so we're looking for 13 or more. You get 2 large oversized Gibson Halloween greeting cards. So I see you, MJ, at 13. We're looking for 14 or more. One more time, just because I can't seem to shut my face. They're 9.5 by 7.5. Okay, 9.5 by 7.5. And they are the 3D ones that they have the little kickstand where they're going to stand up for you. You just pop that in there. Let's start a countdown. Thank you so much, MJ. We're looking for 14 or more, and you'll choose cards or banner. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, meow, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And I will take my time and fold this up so it gets to you with no damage. But I will tell you guys, those grommets are super tight because I think this is the first time it's actually been unwound. So Robin, I see you're just in case. MJ, thank you. I see you're just in case. Waiting on the bid end, waiting on that bid end. And there it is. Thank you so much, Karen G. So Robin, at 17, did you want the banner or the cards? And I'll finish folding that up when we're done tonight. Banner or cards, and you earn the right to take both if you want both. Banner or cards. Yeah, we're going to work on that later. I don't want to damage it. And then MJ, you'll have backup on whatever remains. So thank you guys for the bids. Robin, let me know. Banner or cards. And that's at 17 choice.
She wants them both.
All right. Thank you so much, Robin. Congratulations.
Good choice. Good choice. Good choice. All right. I have a little pincushion gal for my next round. She's going to start at 16. Now, when I found her, all right, she did not have any pins. All right, so I pulled a few out of my crafty stash to kind of go with the colors that were in here. I really like the bright colors on this one. Now, she is made in Japan, all right, but she's not super large, which is why I liked her. So she is stamped Japan on the bottom right there in the center. And the fabric is kind of like a silky material, although I'm not calling it silk, but it's silky-like. And it just has kind of like flower buds on there on the base. And then it has just an overlay ruffles, but you can still see the flowers underneath there. So she is ceramic head, really brightly colored. So big old purple bow on the back. Of course, I'm here for the purple anytime that it is involved in something vintage. So I had to put a purple pin. And then she has a little bit of gold in her fan. So I pulled out that fancy dressmaker's pin to pull the gold out. And then she is detailed. I just wish she would focus a little bit better. But she's got kind of like it's kind of like a darker turquoise for her little jacket, and like orange, like bright orange underneath, and then purple for the base of her. And that's why there's a purple tie for the back of her dress.
Fantastic.
And otherwise, she's in really nice condition. There's no chipping. And it is definitely sawdust stuffed in there for the pincushion. She is no holes or anything. I don't really even see much issue to the sewing or the ruffles or anything like that there, but since she was a pincushion, I had to add a couple pins in there. She measures 4 inches tall by about 2.5.
She's very French colored, very like New Orleans, very like very, very bright for that style of pincushion with the colors they used.
That's why I liked it, because usually when I see these, they're very muted. They're very muted colors, but that's why I really liked the bright coloring in her. Oh, she almost wanted to focus. But she does have detailing on her face. She's got eyebrows. She's got little pursed lips, blushed face, and tiny little eyes. There we go.
Oh, there you go. Boy, is she really, really beautiful.
She is very highly detailed for as tiny as she is. But yeah, there's the backside. So just kind of like blonde hair on the backside. But yeah, I just liked her. She was very different from most of the pincushions that I see that have legs, really, really big ones. But she was just a petite, and I'll bring her back.
All right, $20, and I know usually we find, or Amie finds, the George Horner tins that are the kitschy ones, but I have one that's more on the like maybe I don't know, more adult style, more like Gibson Victorian lady. And what I loved is that it's this odd crescent moon style.
Oh, that was really cool.
And I had never seen one of these style tins before, and this one is in superb condition. I do believe this is from the 1920s. You can see there is a little bit of wear to it, but it is stamped right here that it is made by George Horner. So it is from England. Overall, the patina on it, it displays beautifully, and it may be hard for it to focus, but it is the candy tin, and I don't even have my pages correct. Bear with me here, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, it says on the front, it is Dainty Dana. So it's Dainty Dana, and it is mint toffee is what it's selling up here on the top, okay? So you can just kind of read that. Look at the little arbor there with all those gorgeous flowers. She's got her little puckered lips there with her bandana and the same style flowers in her hair with a gorgeous bow right there and all the other great florals right there in her garden. And again, this is a fun little tin, and it's in a crescent moon style, so I thought it definitely felt like it was appropriate for this time of the year. So there you can see it is a George Horner, and like I say, usually you see these, they're the fun kitschy animals. This is the first time I ever found one of the other candy style tins. Here's what the back looks like. There was some sort of a label here that looks like it took off a little bit of the paint. But again, maybe this is even 1930s, but it's a really, really gorgeous tin made by, like I said, the George Horner Company. And then the inside, it does open very easily. It is not rusted, but I will tell you the hinge does just hold a little bit. So you can see there is some discoloration in there, typical for these tins, but nothing is roached out. Nothing is completely, damaged. And this is just a fun little unique one. Amie, I know you have sold and seen a ton of tins. Have you ever seen this one before?
No, I have not seen that one. No.
I had never seen it before, and I know in the past I've had good luck selling candy tins, and I thought this one would be really fun. And believe it or not, it does stand on its own. You just have to balance it just right there in the center, and it will definitely stand in your display. This one I would probably lay down now, and it also has this great orange color, which is also appropriate heading into the fall, and it is a very Halloween-style orange. It measures about 7 inches wide. So it measures 7 inches wide, and it measures about 4 inches tall. So there's no major dents to it. There is a little patina. You have to imagine this is about 100 years old, this candy tin. This was meant to eat the mint toffees out of it and then discard. I agree, Joe. I do agree. This is definitely something that could be used in your Easter, in your spring. But I'm going to tell you, I love it even for this time of the year, especially if you sit it on the corner there and you use part of it as a riser. I also love the Horner advertising, their logo. And boy, did they make sure to brand themselves on all three sides. You can see a little patina, but other than that, this is in remarkable condition. And I do too, Minx. I love those colors. And again, even when the light isn't that bright, you can see nice and crisp all of these different like litho designs here on the front. So thank you so much, Robin. I see you're 20. We're looking for 21 or more. Let's go ahead and count down. And again, I think the tin is somewhere between, I don't know, right before the 20s, maybe into even the 30s. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I feel like it's even maybe, if I had to really nail it down, I'd say 30s due to the George Horner design there. That's very heading into the very deco style feel of the 30s. So thank you so much, Karen G. So Robin, it's yours for 20. Congratulations. I really love that tin. Thank you.
All right. We're down to our last two rounds, you guys. Down to the last ones. All right. This is for the pair. So you're going to get them together. I hate to break them up because I'm pretty sure they banged together a good long time. I just found these recently. I love these little sugar critters, and these are a couple of meow meows. And a little bit of cold paint loss on the bows. But otherwise, there's no chipping to either one of them. And originally at the dime store, they were 29 cents. 29 cents for the little sugar kitties. One is waving, hello, look at my paws, look at my toe beans. And then this one has the back foot up in the air. But yeah, just the paint loss that is really on the red cold paint on the bows. And then they are that sugar texture, just like the Arnart elephants that I had earlier. So you can see they have similar texture, that kind of bumpy texture there. And then they're just kind of airbrushed with little spots. So one's more on the browner side with spots, and then the other one is a little bit more on the gray side as far as spots goes. And these are a little bit bigger. Usually if I find cats like this, they're smaller than this. So they're a decent size for sure. But they both are stamped Japan. Both were 29 cents at the dime store back in the day. And then measurement for them, they are 3 1/4 by 2. 3 1/4 by 2. So they are decent sized. I mean, in comparison, here's the smallest elephant from the Arnart set there.
And so, you're getting both.
Yep, you're getting both of the kitties. Both. Yes, they are going to come together. I found them together. Usually if I do find these, I just find one. But I did find these together. So I thought that they've probably been together a good long time. But
meow. He's like meow.
We'll move it along. Move it around.
All right. $20. And this is new old stock. So I'm selling it to you that I don't think you can use the clay that's in here anymore, but I think you could display it. It has the original directions, and this is exactly, and it says it's from 1923. So maybe you want to display this with your toys. Maybe you like to use molding clay. Maybe you're an artist. I just thought this is a really fun piece. It's also red and green. With Christmas coming up, you could definitely put this into your Christmas display. If you do an old world display, like an early display, you could put this underneath the Christmas tree. Again, I could not find one of these complete. I could find the empty box for sale. In the empty box alone, they were asking the same or a little bit more than the 20 I'm asking for. So I'll open it up in a minute. But again, you're getting the complete unused from 1923. It's Amico Sanitary molding clay. It's for educational amusement for all ages. Look at those kids there. And basically, it comes with these wooden stamps. And then you can also use the clay to make any animals you want to. So the box measures 7.5 by 5.5. I cannot believe, and this came from the estate that had a ton of stuff that had never been used. On the other side of the box, this is fun in and of itself. This is the directions. So it teaches you and tells you how to mold the clay. And this is an example of one of the molded elephants that they made. And it's from the American Art Clay Company out in Indianapolis, Indiana. So, and again, you can see the box has no splitting. So if you guys are looking for something rare, something unique, if you're into like vintage toys, this is crazy. So it has all the original wooden little print blocks on the inside. So let me take the paperwork out. It has all the original little wooden print blocks. I've sold those print blocks alone for $5 each, and you're getting all of those. Plus, it has the original clay in there. I'm telling you, if you guys added water to that, I bet you could use that again. So it is soft enough to the touch. I bet you if you added water to that, and that is completely unused. So it's all of the primary colors that they would have sent in this piece, and the box is not split out. 1923, it's now 2025, 102 years. This is the way it was 102 years ago when the kids got that. So you get that. You also get the little spool here to help you in molding the clay. You get all of the original paperwork here from 1923 that explains what you're getting on the inside. It even explains how they want you to stamp things. And then how and I even think it even talks about lessons in molding. And I think it also mimics some fossils. Don't hold me to that, but I feel like it mimics some fossils. So you get that. You also get the original paperwork. This is, oh, wow. This also talks about different molding. Look at this original paperwork that came in here from 1923. Look at the fellow there. He's molding himself a little like pinup Hawaiian style girl. Look at the different illustrations, and then you can see there's some of the different colors. So those were some of the colors that you got inside this. So it has the original paperwork in here. Plus it comes with its original book. Can you imagine? It has its original book. There is a little bit of fading to the book because some of the clay has given it like a weird texture. It talks about other toys that you can get from this company. So you're also not only getting the unused toy, you're getting the little catalog itself from the company. How fun would that be just to frame? So again, it also shows in here on the inside different things that you can mold out of the clay, different jugs, different things. And I'll let the new owner go through this and take a look at it. But it also tells you how to mold different ears and how to mold some different pieces of faces. And I forget where I saw the 1923, right here, to verify that this was printed and made in 1923, right there. So, and last but not least, you get the original paperwork, Toys That Teach, and you get this original paperwork here on the inside. I don't want to ruin it. It talks about this toy and all the other toys that teach. And again, it's another advertising piece for what you could buy for the little youngsters and things like that. All original in the box, never played with.
Wow.
From 1923. So again, no one else I really think is going to have that. I agree, Kim. 102 years. This is in pristine condition. So Minx is in at 21. We're looking for 22 or more on the antique molding clay kit for children. 22 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you guys so much. I thought this was really unique. Again, the red and the green's great for the upcoming holiday season if you want to mix in old toys with your Christmas. This is really fun. So there is our bid. And Minx, you didn't need it, friend. It's coming to you for $21. Thank you so much.
Very cool. Very cool. I can't believe that is all.
I couldn't believe it. Like when I saw it, I didn't believe it. When I opened it, I was amazed.
Okay, last round. My last round's going to start at 10, and I'm going to end with some Halloween. And I do love a good die cut, and this is made by Dennison. No marking on it, but I do know that this is made by Dennison. They also did seals with the same pumpkin face and the owl, and several different sizes of this die cut as well. But this is a smaller version. There's actually a smaller than this version. And this is in excellent condition. There's no bending to it at all. Really nice shape. I love, I have a planter that has the same pumpkin expression on it, and made by Holland Floral. And I love that planter, but I love the little owl. It looks like they're having a conversation on the back. And there's no marking, no nothing on the back side, but there's literally no bending to this. It was stored really, really well. And this is the perfect candidate, I think, if you don't want to hang it, if you got a flower frog, that's the perfect use for it right there.
Agreed.
Is to just add this in the back of a shelf or something like that, prop it up. Measurement for this one is 6.5 by 5.5. Ooh, spooky. All right. Chrissy's in at 10, and I see Janine just popped in there with an 11, back in at 12 with Chrissy. So we're looking for 13 or more, and I'm going to count Pumpkin and Owl Friend down. Look at the claws on that owl.
Yep. He's giving the business to that calculator, too. He's giving him the tea. He's like, let me tell you, sir.
The Halloween gossip. All right, let's count it. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spooky bit end.
Speaking of the way you did the countdown, Amy, that Tootsie Roll commercial we talked about, did you see they revamped it and they made a new version? They cleaned it up and they re-released it. It's the same one. They just cleaned the graphics up a little bit and they
I haven't seen it.
I
haven't had time to really watch TV, so no, I haven't. But that's exciting. I can't wait to see what that looks like. All right. Bid end is in there from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. So at the end there, it looks like Renee had a just in case of 20, but Chrissy had a just in case of 25. So Chrissy, it's yours for 21. Ooh, thank you so much. All right.
All right. My last item is going to start at $18, and this is actually new old stock as well, except the box deteriorated, so it saved the piece. So this is an antique. It's a porcelain top. I'm not sure if it's USA or if it's like German, because it would probably be underneath this ribbon, and I don't want to ruin the ribbon that's on her. So this is a fabric or grooming brush. So this would have been a soft brush that folks would have used to clean their attire, clean their dress, whatever they need, and it would have laid on a lady's vanity. It does stand on its own. It's in very good condition. Before I get into any more, what makes this fun for Halloween is the paint that they used on the bristles glows under black light. So if you have a black light display, all of the green bristles here on her brush, also for her dress, fluoresces under black light. So you could use her in a holiday display for, Halloween if you have a black light. So the porcelain top on her is very detailed. It's a very good job. I probably believe that this is a German one. Usually you don't find them with the arm cocked out like that, but that also then helps you in using the broom to hold her arm like that and clean off your dress or attire, as a lovely individual would have done in turn of the century. No chips or cracks or repairs. The paint is in very good condition. You can actually see where they actually painted the soft bristles. And I do believe there's a good chance that this could be horsehair. There's a very, very good chance, okay? It's soft enough that it could be a horsehair brush, okay? At that time of the era, it wouldn't have been synthetic like they are today. So there's a good chance that this could be painted horsehair because it's nice and soft, okay? She has her original ribbon here, and it's like a satin-style ribbon. Silk or satin style ribbon that they have around her. We do have a little bit of discoloration here in the front, but again, she will stand on her own. I had her in my reel and showed her, and when she stands, she comes in at 8 inches tall. So again, let me show you guys here her face. It is very simple, but again, these were these porcelain pieces, and I do believe that she might be made in Germany. The box that she came in, I truly don't believe that it was an occupied Japan or made in Japan. So she's probably American or German made. So thank you so much, Morningstar. I think she's dreamy too. And I love the fact that the green bristles here will fluoresce under black light. There you can see a little bit closer. And that's due to the style of paint that they used then. And again, you would just take her and the way her arm is and clean yourself off. So we're looking for 19 or more. Robin's got the high bid at 18. Let's go ahead and count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. She's deep in thought. She's like, am I going to have pumpkin pie? Am I going to have apple cider? What am I going to do tonight? I don't know. She's really, really thinking hard. So there's the bid end. Thank you, Karen G. Robin, congratulations. She's all yours. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. It is recap time, you guys. Recap time. All right. So we're going to bring back those items that didn't find a home the first time around for one more shot. If you guys are watching on the replay, you can always email us and check if anything is still available. So you can always email us and check that, because I know a lot of people watch the replays or can't catch us live, and that is okay. But you can always check. So these are going to be quick claim items. So we will bring back and give a brief description, note any kind of issues if we need to do that. Please, if you want to claim something, type in what we say plus the price so that we know what you're trying to claim in the chat. We will give it a moment because of the lag. And if there is more than one person interested in the same item, it will turn then back into a bid round to break any ties, just in case this can be in play, all of that as well. Jason, do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
I have 3 items, Amy. You tell me.
So do I.
All right. Do you want me to just fire through the 3 real quick?
Yep. Go on.
All right. Will do. So I had left over from my candle round, also my glass round, because these both were glass. This is more 1980s, 1990s. This is pretty iconic and popular motif. They apparently made other pieces. It's by the American Greetings Company. There you can see on the bottom. It has its original candle. I don't believe it's ever been burned. So, and it measures about 5 inches tall. So if you're interested, it's $14. You just put which $14. And what's nice about this is that it'd be very easy for you to get the candle out. You could put a battery operated votive in there, or you could actually probably use this because it's fired on like a tumbler. And the company that made these used to make big goblets for like for your signs for like Taurus and Libra and stuff. And that's how they fired them on. So if you're interested, you just put which 14. Then I had 2 of my big ticket items. So I had the third in my series of unique ribbon girls. This one here is super unique. This, I believe I think she's from the 50s, but she's still in the style of the 1930s or earlier's ribbon girl. She's smoking a cigarette. She has a fancy, cigarette holder with the cigarette in it. You can see where she has the see-through fabric there for her legs. And if you guys aren't familiar, in the early part of the 1900s, ladies would take pieces of their leftover ribbon, and they would make these sort of ribbon girls. They would cut it out and make their own kind of face and arms and legs, and then they would dress them up. And that's real hair there. So if anyone is interested in her, you would put girl 40. And again, these non-traditional quote ribbon girls are very collectible, especially if they're doing something like this, like smoking or, kind of see-through pinup style. But there's a little condition issue there. And right here on the frame, and the frame measures 10.5 by 8.5. So you would just put girl 40 if you're interested in her, girl 40. And then I had my early, probably late 20s, 1930s, made in France incense burner. They usually ask for a couple $100, and they're missing all of their paint. This one came from an estate that had a ton of new old stock that was never used. This was the only one they had. It's not like they had a case of these, but it was the box that saved it, but the box completely disintegrated. And it is stamped France. So this is pot metal. That's typical of the era. See if I can show you where it says made in France right up here by my pinky. And it is an incense burner. Very Victorian looking, very Art Nouveau looking, very deco looking. And it measures 6 3/4 inches tall. If you're interested, you could put in urn, and it is $65. I'm sorry, guys. I'll have to take it to my store if it doesn't sell. But if you're looking for one that's in very good condition with all its paint, and again, these are super collectible, just put urn $65. Thank you so much, Amy.
Okay. All righty. I had, for my choice round early on, I had my little Pixie baby riding on the butterfly. He's taking a good old ride, all naked, and he's here for it. No damage to him, made in occupied Japan. I do believe from the 40s on him. This was 18, so you can put Pixie 18 if you want to claim that. No chips, no damage, no repairs, anything like that. Good condition on it. Pixie 18 if you want to claim him. Baby. All right, Phil, I see you. That is fine. Baby or Pixie works, either one. So I'll just give it a second, but I think, Phil, that's going to come to you. All right. Thank you so much. You got, nope, I see Miss Whittle one. All right. I see both people are in. So we're going to bid it out. We're looking for 19 or more on Pixie Friend, and I'm just going to do a 10-second countdown here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Those spots on the wings on that butterfly are phenomenal.
I was just looking with the stuff sitting here that the colors in this match the colors of it.
They do.
Okay.
They do.
Yeah. All right. There is 20 from Phil, 20 from Miss Whittle, but Miss Whittle got a 21 right in there, right before Karen's bid end. And Phil, your 24 did come in after the bid end. So Miss Whittle, it's coming to you. Thank you so very much. All right, I'll write that down. All right, and then next I had, let me scroll back up here. Next I had the pincushion lady that I just showed. She is made in Japan also. Brightly colored. It does come with the pins. Good condition on her. She was 16. She measures 4 inches tall, about 4 inches tall, and about 2.5 wide there. So pin cushion 16 if you want to claim her. And then the other thing, and I'm going to keep that mint tin. I'm not going to bring that back. I'm going to keep that. And then my other thing was the pair of sugar kitties. So this was 18 for the pair. No chips on them. They just have a little paint scratching on their bow ties. Sugar kitties, so you can put in cats, 18 for the pair of those. And that was my recap. All right, I'm going to get us both back up here. Ooh, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you, guys.
As always, we appreciate you guys being here with us for the duration of the sale. If you could, please make sure and give the broadcast a thumbs up. And we'll see you guys back here next Thursday. So we'll be back on our regular scheduled day next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern for fantastic finds.
Yes.
And reminder for invoicing this week. If you haven't sent us our information, please make sure and do that. I'm going to be sending mine out tomorrow, so I will email everybody when your invoice is out there. If you bought anything from me last night with Misty, that'll just be combined shipped all together, as long as it's safe to do so. And I do need to ship everything out by Thursday at 10 a.m. That's when I'm going to be going to the post office before we leave for Wisconsin. Or I can get everything out there on Wednesday. That would be even better. And Jason, you're doing different because of Extrav this weekend, right?
Yes. If I could just promote the extravaganza real quick. And then Tina, yes, my invoices will roll out Wednesday into Thursday, and we hope to get them all out to you guys by Friday, so I can take the stuff then somewhere between Friday, Saturday, or Monday. Please, if you guys are anywhere near the Adamstown area, you want to come out. It's the big extravaganza, not only my shop, but all of the shops along the strip. Starting this Wednesday, there's tons of sales. There's tons of inventory. So please come out and shop small business. Please support small business. Amy's a small business. I'm a small business. But anyone that's in this reselling business in an antique mall, each one of those malls has individuals that this is what some of them do for their livelihood. So if you concentrate where your sales go, please shop small. I'll be open extended hours. If anyone needs any details, you can always DM me on Instagram, or you can email me, and we will get you all the information that you need to know about coming to see us in Adamstown. Thank you so much, Kim. And please, if you could show Tina a little bit of support, she's really working hard to grow some business over on Whatnot. And that is every Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. She goes by Mother Tucker's Tina. So Amy, always thank you so much. And I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. And a reminder for next Wednesday, I do have a bonus sale with Miss Ariana from the Withering Cottage. We are doing some more Halloween spooky season stuff. I know she has been crafting stuff. And if you guys have seen Ariana's Halloween before, I can't wait to see what she has created. So that'll be next Wednesday. Just pay attention to my post tab and the live tab for that broadcast when we decide if we're going to go on at 7 or 8. And I will let you guys know as soon as I know what time we're going to do that sale. And a big thank you to Karen and Kim for helping us out in the chat. As always, we appreciate you ladies so much.
Yeah,
all right, you guys, we're going to say good night. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Jason, I know that's coming up this weekend too. So happy early birthday. And you know what's coming on Instagram. I don't even have to tell you. You know what's coming. Your senior photo is coming.
Damn
I know your mom loves that photo. I know.
Lord have mercy. Oh my God.
It's the one time a year I get to post that photo.
I know. And you're probably like, oh, Jason's going to post that damn picture again for my birthday when I had the hat on out there when we met in Columbus. Every year.
All right. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, everyone. Thank you all so very much. And we will see you next week. Good night, you guys.
Bye, everybody. Bye.